Okay, good morning. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm in the right place. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, y'all, to day 3. Let's see. We have got our third day of presentations today. You guys excited for day 3? I'm a little groggy here. It's early. It's early in California. And I am not a morning person. Let's see. I'm gonna get my friend Carolyn in here. Come on, computer. Apparently my computer is sleepy too. Let's see. There she is. Okay. So Carolyn Nixon, our first presenter, my friend, is coming on in just a moment. We have a wonderful lineup again of presenters. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world. This is yet another amazing day. Some of you have been reaching out to me in the Facebook group, and some of you have been reaching out to me on Facebook Messenger and saying what a wonderful summit this has been. I'm so thrilled that you guys have had a great experience with this. That makes me super duper happy. And some people specifically have been telling me that they were feeling kind of lousy before this event began, and this has really helped to lift a lot of people's spirits. And I couldn't be more over the moon about that. So thank you for sharing all that with me. The fun continues today. Carolyn Nixon, my pal here, I'm going to bring her on into the studio.
Hey,
Howdy!
I think I was on the wrong link. I was over there going, where is she?
Oh, I'm sorry. And my computer is
No,
sleepy this morning, so maybe it just didn't pick up your link right away. But
oh, it's all right. I've been ready for a while. I'm putting a link in the chat right now just for
great.
my free Facebook group. So I want to do it
Awesome.
before I get started. Can
Yeah,
you
do
hear
that.
me?
And I'll chat away for a second while you do that. And
Okay.
I will introduce you. Um, so we've got, after Carolyn, we've got Tracy Goody, Tiffany Winkler, Becky Gerard Schoonover, Johanna Gardner, Tammy Longschmickel, Victoria Jane Chisholm. And at 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be closing out this event. All this yummy energy needs to be grounded. And we are going to be doing a special ceremony to ground this all into the new Earth timelines. We would be remiss if we didn't take everything that we shared here, every bit of high vibe energy, vibration, and frequency, if we didn't take that and ground that into the earth, because we are creating the new earth template, people. That's what we're here to do. That is what we are here to anchor. We are bringing the light in a big, 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 big way. And so we can start creating that manifestation template for where we go from here. There's a lot of confusion, overwhelm about what happens next for all of us. Well, when we come together with this massive amount of energy behind something that we are sharing a core vision of what the earth should look like, feel like next, guess what, people? We have the ability to create that reality. So let's ground all this. So make sure you're here for the final presentation at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, 3 p.m. Pacific, where I'm going to be doing that for you guys. You're going to want to be here. It's going to be a very high vibration transmission of energy. We're going to bring in New Earth timelines for the entire planetary grid, but we're going to bring that in on an individual level as well. Those folks who are in my timelines class know what this is all about already. They've already tasted this yumminess. Carolyn has tasted this yumminess, so you guys are in for a treat, okay? So without further ado, my friend Carolyn, my fellow DNA activation and restructurista as well, talking about navigating the now and being healthy and peaceful in uncertain times. So Carolyn, you have the floor. Thanks for being here and being part of this event. Take it
Thank
away.
you. Thanks. Hey, everybody. I am So excited. I'm just on StreamYard, so if for some reason I don't see comments, I will come back. And I didn't want to have Facebook going on as well because that can be annoying. I am, however, recording this separately on my computer. So let me start that real quick and then we'll get going. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Kathryn, for bringing us all together. This is really big, y'all. This is really, really big, and I'm super excited to be a part of this. I have been a part of a couple of different things going on, so there are a ton of us doing our part to help raise the vibration of the planet. So I have a lot I want to do today, and I'm going to try to get it all in less than an hour. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Caroline Nixon. I have been a healer all my life, many lifetimes, right? In this life, I've been a healer, an intuitive energy healer and channel for over 20 years. I was thinking about it. I'll be 50 this year, y'all. And I've been doing this for as long as I can remember. I will just tell you just briefly about my background, and then we're going to get into some healing, because that's how I roll. I can talk, and I love to talk, but I actually want you to experience healing in your body, right? And really getting connected with your body, because that's my jam, that's my passion, that's what I love to do, that's what I love to share. So I started out as a massage therapist, as a lot of us do. I started out with the very physical things. Got into reflexology, got into hypnosis, became a hypnotist, got into aromatherapy, became a certified aromatherapist, started working with crystals, became a Reiki master. I started working with the Akashic Records. I have lots of, tools in my tool belt, lots of different modalities. I have my own modalities called healing codes and also power words. And today and I'm going to make sure I have time, I want to download everybody with one of my power words. Peace is the one that I'm going to download everyone with. It's going to be a tool. I'm kind of like Kathryn. I like to bring all of these concepts into the real world so that you actually use them. It is all well and good to get activated and be activated and do all the things, but if you're not bringing it into this now moment, you're kind of missing the boat, all right? We are souls in bodies having a human experience. We chose to be here, and I am all about being here. I'm about getting in your body and really getting the answers from within. Oh, had a little blip. I don't know what that was. Woot, woot. All right. I am also an author. In fact, I'm going to do a shameless plug right now. There we go. I just finished publishing Love Yourself Slimmer, the energetic approach to releasing weight. I love this book, except that it got formatted wrong and it looks like, but it's an awesome book and I'm trying to get it fixed. But the Kindle copy looks great, so I can put the link in if you want to check that out. I'm also, like Kathryn said, a DNA restructurista. I help restructure the DNA, remove seals, so that you can live your best life and as healthy and as intuitively plugged in. I am all about helping you get to the root of your health issues, whatever they may be. I happen to believe that we are a big bag of beliefs and past experiences from either this lifetime or before on another timeline, right? There's no time. It's all, it's all running together. And I believe that we have the power within us to heal whatever ails us. So that is a little bit about me. I don't usually talk that much about myself. I'm getting kind of hot in the face here. What I want to do today, however, is, this is how I roll. I'm going to explain what we're going to do because I want your mind to relax. I want your mind to be able to take this in, okay? Sometimes when we don't know what's happening, we don't fully let ourselves be in the moment. So whatever you're doing, stop scrolling Facebook, I'm looking at you, okay? Don't drive your car. Be here now. Give yourself that time, okay? We are going to get relaxed and we're going to call our energy back and we're going to get in this now moment. This is where peace is, okay? If you are thinking about the past or worrying about the future, the unknown, you will not have peace there, okay? You will have anxiety and fear and panic and depression. We want to get you into this now moment, okay? We're going to do that. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. We are going to take a little trip into my healing field. I have a circular healing grid that I work with. And then we're going to go into my healing pyramid. Okay, that's where I do all my big stuff. So y'all are getting the big stuff today. And we're going to do some healing. I'm going to do... Well, this is my plan, and whatever else channels that comes through. I've got big guides that I work with, as you all do. We'll see what else comes forward. But my plan is to help you with some healing, specifically for the adrenal glands, the nervous system, your spine, your immune system, and your lymphatic system. Something else wants to come through? It will. We're going to tune in. You're going to tune into your body. You're going to practice. So yeah, you're going to receive healing, but you're also going to practice connecting with yourself, okay? That your body is always talking to you. Whether you're listening or not is a whole other story. So often we're so busy doing other things that we are not in this now moment. We're going to get in this now moment, okay? So get prepared. And it's often overrated. It's overlooked. People, yeah. I need to get in the moment. Okay, yeah. But sometimes we know something is good for us, and then maybe we don't do it, okay? So we're going to do it today. I do want to talk to you before, and then we're going to heal the planet for a little bit, y'all. And that came through this morning. I want to talk to you just briefly before we do this about some of the real world action steps that you can take right now. I am not downplaying this, what we are experiencing right now at all. Some people are really in fear and panic because of financial reasons. I get it. I totally get it. I happen to believe that if we can use our time wisely right now, we're going to be so much more accelerated, right? We're going to ascend easier when this is all said and done. So if you're home and you have to be home, you can either be in fear mode or you can be a part of the solution, which is taking care of yourself. I believe if we are all one, right? And if we are taking care of ourselves in the best way that we can, and we are sending out love and healing to the planet and listening to all of our talks, right? And, really helping raise the vibration, be the change that we want to see in this world, that we're doing our part. We're doing the best that we can. So taking good care of yourself right now is key, okay? I like to think of myself as sort of the lighthouse in my family. My husband, bless him, likes to kind of run into fear mode a little bit. So I find that if the more calm and the more grounded and the more here that I can be, and doing the things that I can do to control not control, but to be the lighthouse for my environment, it's just going to have that ripple effect out into the world, okay? So what are some real world actions that really don't cost any money that you can take right now? And I promise you already know all of these. Now, whether or not you're doing them is a whole other story. So the first thing is breathing, breathing, deep, slow breathing. We're going to do this together in a moment. We're going to breathe in through our nose. We're going to hold it. We're going to exhale through our mouth. We're going to hold it. And we're going to do that for as long as we do, right? Your breath oxygenates your body. Your body needs oxygen, okay? The deeper and the slower you breathe, the less stressed out you're going to be. And it's free, and you can do it anywhere, and you're doing it now, right? All right. And pardon me, I believe it was Sabrina on Saturday. I'm a yawner and I'm a burper, so I'm not tired. Although I'm not sleeping well. My sleep is really disrupted right now. But I release energy through yawning, okay? And if y'all know who I am and you know how I work, you know that I'm yawning all the time. The next thing you can do is hydrate. Stay hydrated. drink a lot of water. It's going to help flush your system. It's going to help you release, especially if you're listening to all of these talks and you're just up in the ethers, man. You gotta process and let that stuff go. Let those toxins go. Water is a great way. It's going to help flush your system. It's going to help kind of let all the toxins go. Movement, so important. If you find yourself feeling anxious, feeling stressed out, whatever, move your body. Movement is going to help your lymphatic system. Okay, your lymphatic system does not have a pump like your heart does, and it's going to help move toxins out. It's also going to get you out of your environment. It's going to help release stress hormones so that you feel better. You know this, okay? Just get outside. Go for a walk if you can. My poor dog is like, no more walks. Get outside, move your body, or, like I have a home gym, so I've been hitting the gym a little bit more. Do what you can. You can march in place. You can exercise anywhere. You can dance. Do whatever's fun. Make sure you like it. Make sure it's fun. If it's fun, it's going to be more high vibing for you, and you'll be more likely to do it. Okay? The next thing, sleep. I know it's one of those things. We need sleep. Our body needs to restore during sleep time. A lot of us travel off and do things, and especially now, I think a lot of us are, doing a lot of work in our sleep. But as much as you can, get enough restful sleep. Don't have a lot of caffeine right before bed. Don't watch a lot of violent television right before bed. You won't sleep as well. Do what you need to do to have a good night's sleep. Okay, other things, get outside. So I already kind of mentioned it, but getting out in nature, if you can, like all of our neighbors are out and doing their garden as much as they can, right? So if you can get outside, sitting in nature is going to really help ground you. It's going to help get you some fresh air. Open your windows if you can. Get the fresh air, right? Journaling is another really good thing, especially as fear energy or anxiety, the best of us. I mean, I don't watch the news, but I went to the grocery store on Saturday and people were freaking the frick out. And I'm super empathic. So I had to leave and just like, whoo, and get outside because the energy is really intense for some people. And one thing that you can do is you can, before you go into a store or where you're around anybody, set the intention that you're just going to be the light of calm and peace and love, and just send it. You don't even have to be a healer, because we're all healers, to do that. You can just send the intention, and you can just imagine that the grocery store is filled with light so people can just chill out, because we need more chilled people than we do anxious people, okay? And then the last thing, and this is just a short list, but the last thing is really to visualize yourself healed, visualize yourself calm, visualize the planet healed, visualize people healthy, visualize the economy is, better than ever, okay? Really putting your imagination into play here. It really, really is powerful. And it's one of the things that a lot of people don't do. You can do this with yourself. So we're going to do that together today. I don't see any comments in StreamYard, so I am assuming maybe people are commenting on the Facebook page. So again, I don't have my Facebook open because I wanted a really clear connection. If you have some water, drink some water, okay? I promise I will go back after the fact and answer any comments, okay? Okay, so what we're gonna do, and it's 11:17, okay. I'm gonna take another sip of water. Just so you know, I have busted out my ting saws. I might be using them. This is what they sound like. Okay, I might be using them, so don't be scared. And I also have my drum out because I feel like we're gonna need it at the end, okay? All right, so this is what you're gonna do. I want you to get really comfortable. We're gonna get started, okay? And I want you to kind of just shake out your hands. If you're seated, just have your feet on the floor. If you're laying down, that's cool. I don't care, it doesn't matter. If you fall asleep, right on. Doesn't matter. And I want you to just notice. Okay, so with your eyes closed, I want you to notice what you notice. Okay, there's no trying or doing, we're being, we're noticing. There's no judgment. Notice if you are holding tension in your body. Notice if your breath is shallow or deep. Notice any ache or pain. Okay, that's all you got to do. Already releasing. Yay. And with your powerful, intuitive, badass self, I want you to set the intention to breathe a little deeper. So taking a deep breath through your nose, long and slow. Holding it. And then releasing. And feel your whole body just go, as you do that. And we're going to do it again, and we're going to set the intention that we're calling back all of our parts and pieces anywhere our attention is on yesterday, 10 years ago, 10 lifetimes ago, 10 minutes from now, you know, what I'm having for lunch, what I'm doing for dinner, the economy, the world, all of that. We're going to bring all of your awareness into this now moment. Okay? So deep breath in. And you can say your name and just say, come back to me now. And like a magnet, all of your parts and pieces are going to come back to you. Okay? Let's do it again. Come back to me now. Pulling in all of you. Let's pull in your astral body just to make sure you are locked in place, all parts and pieces of you. Let's do it one more time. Ooh, I just adjusted my back. Okay, so I want you to notice. Do you notice anything else different with your body? Is your body tighter than you thought it was? Because now you're like being really mindful. Okay, so often we're in our head and we don't notice that we have physical pain. Notice. Invite your body to relax with a breath. No one can breathe deeply for you. It's your job. Notice if you are feeling spacey, or if you have a headache, or, you know, just notice, okay? We're about noticing for just another minute before we take a trip. Good. Now with your powerful imagination, I want you to imagine, pretend, see, sense, or feel that you are on a pathway outside. Okay, you're walking on a pathway. This pathway is lined with gorgeous trees. The sky is blue. There's clouds floating by. The birds are singing, tweet, tweet, tweet. You might see some animals. Maybe one of your animal totems is with you on this pathway. The temperature is absolutely perfect, and you're just walking on this pathway, not a care in the world. You're very safe. And every step that you take on this path, your body and mind relax, leaving any cares or worries on this path. And you're just walking along, maybe humming, maybe you're doing a little dance, you're feeling very good, very safe, very calm. Your body feels so peaceful. And you're going to take a few more steps on this pathway, and you notice that the pathway ends. And you're now standing on the edge of a circular grid. And you can feel the magic. You can feel the power in this grid. And this circular healing grid is lined with ancient trees. They are huge, the biggest trees you've ever seen, and they are lining this path. And these trees are holding this space as very sacred. These trees are also grounding all of this energy healing that we are about to experience into your waking world, your reality. You can take this healing with you throughout your day so that you can be a beacon of light in your neck of the woods. And go ahead and walk into this circular healing grid now. Whoops, there we go. Notice all of the beings of light that are here with us. Notice all the crystals that are here. I've actually pulled a bunch of crystals to work with us today. I've got a selenite heart. I've got a huge rose quartz point. It's huge. I've got a carnelian stone, and I've got some tourmaline. Just notice what shows up for you. Notice all the animal spirits that are here, the mineral spirits that are here, the Davic, the plants that are here, okay? Notice all of the galactic beings. The dragons are here, okay? The galactic beings are here. The angels are here. There's ascended masters here, okay? I'm inviting in officially your higher self, my higher self, your guide team, that whole team that works with you during your lifetime, and my guide team as well. Just breathe in this beautiful energy, this sacred, sacred space. And as you are breathing in and looking around, I want you to notice that there is a ginormous pyramid off a little bit. And as you turn and see this crystalline pyramid, it's made of crystal. I want you to walk over to it now. And I want you to take the steps up to the crystalline pyramid. There are 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 steps. And you are now walking through the doors of the crystalline pyramid. Pyramid's huge, huge. It is made of clear quartz crystal. The bottom is made of rose quartz. The floor is all different shades of pink. There's light pink, there's deep pink. It's beautiful. I'm actually seeing that selenite is mixed in with it, okay? So you got clear quartz walls, selenite, rose quartz floor, and we're gonna breathe in this crystalline energy for just a moment, okay? It is going to help raise your vibration. Crystals help raise us. So we're breathing in this beautiful rose quartz, loving, compassionate energy mixed with this selenite. It's going to raise our vibration so high and get us into alignment in this now moment. The clear quartz is only going to activate and amplify that energy even more. So just breathe it in and let of anything that is not in alignment, loving, compassionate, just beautiful, clear energy. And I'm going to go ahead and invite in all of our guides, our guide teams, your higher self, that highest aspect of you. Okay, all aspects of you are invited into this healing. Actually, that's what I'm just hearing. I'm inviting in Archangel Michael and Saint Germain. They are going to help clear and transmute any and all energy that is going to be released here today. Yes. Calling forth all of the ascended masters that would like to lend a hand, all of the archangels, all of the guardian, I just heard guardian. Okay, all of the guardians, come on down. The dragons are here. There's a lot of animal spirits here. There's a lot of crystalline energy here. And because I love essential oils, I'm going to call in some essential oil frequencies, and I'm hearing frankincense. So just imagine, see, sense, or feel that you're breathing in frankincense, essential oil frequency. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. okay? So you can just call that in, breathe it in. Some of you may even smell it, okay? Doesn't matter if you don't, we're breathing it in. All of this is lifting your vibration. And that's what we're doing. We are in this now moment and we are all buzzing and just vibrating very high and pure. Okay. Let's see. I'm not going to ground you yet. I do want to make sure everybody is, yeah, okay, hold on. So what we're going to do is, I do it a little different than some, and that's all good, right? So I want you to imagine that there is a white light source healing energy coming from the top of the pyramid. This is source healing energy, okay? God, universe, creator, whatever you want to call it. I'm seeing it as a golden thread. Whatever you see is perfect. If you don't see it, that's okay. Imagine, pretend that it's coming down from the top of the pyramid and it's just coming straight into all of your upper chakras, okay? Into your crown. And it's just going to, it's not that it's reconnecting you because you're always connected, okay? You're always connected. You just aren't in the moment and you forget that you are connected, right? We get busy, we get in our mind, and we let our ego take over. So this is just a remembrance that you are connected at all times. You're connected. So we're just going to bring in this source healing energy, and we're going to have it just come in, and it's going to go down your midline. I see it, I used to see it as a thin ribbon of light. I'm now more and more seeing it as just this big column of light that completely covers your whole body. It encompasses all. You can even have it go out to your energy bodies if that feels good to you. Whatever you feel, excuse me, burping, whatever feels good to you today. So just imagine this column of light is coming down your body and you're just being washed, you're being bathed in that white light source healing energy. And anything that is ready to let go is just being let go right now. Archangel Michael and Saint Germain are clearing and transmuting as I'm speaking. One thing I did not mention, I channel my guides. My guides work through me, through my hands. That's why I'm a hand mover. My voice carries the frequency of healing as well. So know that you just by listening, you are receiving this healing. They just wanted me to remind you of that because I didn't say that. So you are just being filled with this source white light healing energy. And I want you to imagine that it's going all down your body, down your legs, your ankles, your feet, and it's just going to go straight through the pyramid, okay, through the floor of the pyramid, straight down into the heart chakra of Mother Earth, of Gaia, of Terra, whatever you want to call it, the planet, really anchoring. And as that light goes into the center, imagine that it's becoming tree roots, and it's just really anchoring deep into the planet so that now you are fully grounded in this now moment and you are fully aware of your connection to the divine because you are the divine. We are all God because we came from God. So we are all divine and we are all one. So I want you to breathe that for just a minute. It's getting hot up in here, y'all. Okay. So you're breathing in that crystalline energy and you're breathing in that essential oil frequency. And we are all in a circle together in this pyramid that is humongous and it will hold us all. Whether you are experiencing this now or at any point in time, there is room for all and all of your guide teams. And I see it as there's a giant crystal in the middle of us and it's rose quartz. And we are all standing around the rose quartz and our guides are standing behind us. And then there's more guides behind them and there's more guides behind them. And it's just this circle that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the dragons are flying around us. I'm seeing a white dragon and there's a pink dragon because that's part of the power word that I'm going to be calling in for everyone in just a few moments. Okay, so what do we want to do? Okay. First of all, I want you, okay, well, I'm going to have you tune into your body right now. So this is where you get to be the powerful co-creator in this experience. I want you to say, body, body, body. How do you feel right now? Say, body, body, body. How do you feel right now? And just receive your answer. Don't overthink it. The first thing you hear, see, sense is your answer. Body, 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 what do you feel? And then I want you to ask yourself again, where do you feel it? Are you feeling something in your shoulders, your back? Do you have a headache? Does your low back hurt? Where do you feel however you're feeling? Where is it showing up for you today? Okay, this is just this now moment. And then I want you to ask your body, ask that part. So for instance, if I'm feeling something in my shoulder, maybe my shoulder hurts, maybe it's my left shoulder, not my right shoulder, get real specific, okay? Because each part will tell you something different. I want you to say, okay, so I'm feeling a little discomfort in my left shoulder. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. What are you trying to tell me, to teach me? What are you showing me with this pain or this discomfort? And receive your answer. I'm going to do this quickly because sometimes we overthink things. Okay. So ask that body part what it needs. What do you need? What do you need? Do I need to breathe? Do I need to sleep? Do I need to eat a certain food? Do I need to move my body? Do I need some essential oils? Do I need a crystal? Do I need a healing? Do I need to just chill out? What do I need? And then I want you to say, body, body, body. Am I willing? Can I give my shoulder, my back, my head what it needs today? Am I willing to do that? Sometimes we know what we need to do. We know what we need, but we don't do it. So I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do what your body is asking of you? This is important because if you're not willing to do it, then I don't know if you're going to have any change. And then just check in and say, body, 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 is there anything else you need from me today? Is there anything else I can do? Okay. And then I want you to thank your body. Thank you, body. And by doing this simple exercise a lot, daily, hourly, okay, hourly for some of you, you're going to build a stronger connection with your body. Because like I said earlier, your body is always talking to you. Your body is always giving you information. And it's just whether or not you're listening. So what this simple exercise of body, 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 what do you need? It's going to help you receive your own answers. So often we go outside of ourselves asking everybody else what we need. And I invite you to try and to play with this. Don't try, do it. Play with this, having no expectations, okay? Just allow it to be easy. Setting that intention. In fact, and I set the intention for us before we even started, but let's set the intention right now together that we receive exactly what we need from this healing, from this experience, from the whole thing today. And every time you choose to re-listen or re-watch this, that you experience exactly, you receive exactly what you need in your highest and best good, and for the highest and best good of all, because we are all one. Okay. So now I want to do a little healing for you. Okay, you've done a little bit of work, and now I want you to experience a little bit of healing. So you're breathing in that crystalline energy, and it's still coming in strong. And you're breathing in that essential oil frequency. And we are surrounded by so many guides and beings of light. And there are guides that are actually stepping in front of each of you now. And they are holding a crystal, okay? Each person here now and at any point in time has a guide stepping forward for them. Excuse me, I'm about to burp. Okay? They're holding a gift of a crystal for you. Everybody is receiving a different crystal. I am seeing all colors of the rainbow here. Okay? I am seeing them as spheres. Some are bigger than others, but they're about cantaloupe size, maybe a little smaller. And should you choose to want to accept that crystalline gift, you may take that, thanking that guide, that being of light. Could be an angel for some of you. And I want you to put it in to whatever chakra, whatever energy center, whatever body part you feel called to do that. So if you had some shoulder pain, you may want to put that crystal up in your shoulder, okay? Because this is a group experience and there's so many that are receiving this, you know, I can't quite decipher who all's getting what, right? And I can't see comments. I have no idea who's here. Know that you're getting exactly the crystal that you need. I'm getting a moldavite and it's going right into my high heart. So I'm going to thank that guide and just allow that crystalline energy to rotate and spin, to align and to balance anywhere that needs that. And what you may find is it grows and your whole body gets encompassed by that beautiful crystalline energy. Everybody's different. So just be open. Okay, letting go of any expectations of what you feel like, what you think this should look like, and just allowing it to be what it is, which is healing, highest of intention for the all. So just allowing that to come in. And I would like to send, actually no, I'm going to bring in a vortex of energy. And it's coming up from below your feet. It's around your Earth Star chakra, so about 12 inches below your feet. And this vortex of energy is spinning counterclockwise. Okay? And it's like kind of looks like a tornado, I guess. And it's just coming up and it's spinning counterclockwise. And what I'm seeing is it's coming in through your midline and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it encompasses all of you all the way out to your aura, so that final sort of eggshell there. And it is spinning counterclockwise, and what it's doing is it's picking up energy that's not yours. Energy, fear energy, anything, anywhere you have plugged into the fear, the panic, the anxiety, any of that discordant energy that is not in alignment with the truth of who you are, which is love. It's just picking it up, whatever you're willing to let go of, and go ahead and just set that intention for yourself. This is, you know, I am willing to let go of it. And just imagine, see, sense, or feel that this energy is just being kind of pulled right off. It's just like little bits of, I see it as black, but you may see something different. But I see it as sort of little black, little threads. You're getting unhooked. From the media and from all, I don't know, I hate to say darker forces, but there you go, I just said it. Anything that is not in alignment with the highest and best good of all, it's just being released. You might feel it pulled out of some of your organs. It may feel just like it's in your energy bodies. Some of you, it might be out of your chakras, your meridian lines, okay? All the different points, DNA, even ancestral line. So, you know, generations behind you and in front of you. We're doing some deep healing here, okay? The spine, is letting off some stuff. And I'm just going to allow this energy to go. It's going high above your head, like really probably a good couple of feet above your head. And I'm going to allow this and really intend for this to run all during this healing, knowing that Archangel Michael and Saint Germain are just clearing it right up and transmuting it. Okay, so it's not hanging around. It's like being sucked with a vacuum. Imagine Archangel Michael is sucking it up with a vacuum, and you don't have to worry about it getting deposited anywhere else. It's getting recycled, okay? And I want to call down some white light source healing energy. So imagine that white light source healing energy is coming down from the top of the pyramid, and it is coming straight into your body. So we're talking physical body now. It's coming into your brain, and it's kind of washing your brain. It's going into your nervous system, and we're going to set the intention that your nervous system is being recalibrated, rebalanced. I'm just hearing balanced, recalibrated, aligned, really just bringing in that calm, soothing energy to your nervous system to help your body relax, to help your body not be putting off so many stress hormones, okay? We're getting into the feel-good hormones, the serotonin, the dopamine, the melatonin, all the feel-good hormones are being balanced. Any of the stress hormones, the cortisol, are being kind of, satiated a little bit, brought down, calming them down, just setting the intention that all of your hormones are being balanced. And I feel like I want to do the bells here. So I'm just going to do this 3 times to kind of help recenter your nervous system. Balancing, allowing the sound to just balance, shaking it up, dislodging any energy that's stuck in your nervous system. Raising the vibration of your nervous system now so that you can handle any outside stressors with more ease. Bringing in that healing into the spinal column now, just noticing all of the vertebrae, from the occiput, from where your head is on your neck, all of the vertebrae, all the cervical, thoracic, the lumbar, the sacrum, the coccyx, all of the nerves that are coming out, they're all being bathed in this light. Again, I feel like I need to do this 3 times. So let's do it again. Balancing your spinal column. Allowing the source healing energy to get into all parts and pieces of your spinal column. All the way down to the sacrum, your hips, all of that area, your coccyx, just really balancing and aligning all of those vertebrae, all of the nerves coming out. And let's bring it into your adrenal glands. So just imagine your adrenal glands. They sit on top of your kidneys. Imagine them being filled and surrounded in source healing energy now. And I'm actually seeing this as pink light. So really just allowing your adrenal glands to be comforted. I'm almost seeing them like being rocked, like it's okay, it's okay. I don't feel like I want to do the bell there. So just allowing them to be encased in light. And I'm running out of time, so I'm going to do it a little bit faster because I want to give you the power word. I want you to imagine that your entire lymphatic system and your circulatory system and your immune system, so your thymus gland, all parts and pieces of your immune system, your lymphatic system, and your circulatory system are getting bathed in this source white light healing energy. So your whole body is buzzing with source white light healing energy now. Allowing your whole body to just soak in this high vibrational source healing energy. That vortex that's going counterclockwise is picking up everything that is not in alignment, that's not on the same frequency as that healing energy. It has no choice. You're no longer a match for that lower, denser vibration. It has no choice but to let go. Archangel Michael is clearing it away now. And I'm just going to let that go for one more moment. Good. And one more moment. I'm hearing it's still going. Allowing it to go, allowing it to do what it needs to do. Okay? There's no time or space. It takes as long as it takes, right? But for the sake of not taking up the next presenter's time, I'm going to just see and intend that vortex of energy drops now. Okay? And I'm going to call in white light source healing energy, and it's going to come in clockwise now. And it's going to fill and just come into all the places and spaces that we just made room for, allowing yourself to be filled. Your body, your energy centers, your meridian lines, your cells, the space between your cells, your DNA, your energy bodies, all that makes you filled with light. And at this point, I want to call in a power word. So what is a power word? A power word is one word that has about a paragraph, which I will read, of positive intention statements. And this is a tool that you use. So every time, once you are downloaded with this power word, every time you say the power word, which is peace, you're going to be reminded of this healing, okay, of all of the words that I'm about to read to you, and you'll be brought back into that space. And the more you say the power word, the more deeply it becomes anchored for you, the easier you bring your body back into peace, okay? So I'm gonna, and you're gonna have to accept this. So I'm gonna read it, and you can say yes or no. It's your choice. So as I call in this power word, I want you to see, sense, or feel that you are being encircled by a pink dragon of love and compassion. Okay, we're calling in moonstone energy, moonstone crystalline energy, and lavender essential oil frequency. They are all coming in with this power word. Okay, so it is in divine love and light. Download the power word peace now for everyone here live, everyone watching at any point in time. Thank you. Just imagine that energy coming in. From this moment forward, when you say the word peace, you relax completely. Your muscles relax. Your nervous system relaxes. All of your organs relax. Your mind becomes still and it rests. You feel as though you are at a spa or a weekend retreat or a vacation even. Every part of you feels safe, at ease, and at peace. All of your problems and issues feel far away, and you see them differently now that you are so rested, rejuvenated, renewed. All is well as you allow yourself to rest so deeply. You feel so rejuvenated and at peace now. You feel inspired. And you even feel excited for what is to come for you now that you are at peace. So say, yes, I accept, if you want to receive this power word. And just allow yourself to be downloaded with this power word now. Breathing it in, allowing it to be easy. You've said the intention. And from this moment forward, every time you say the power word, peace, either out loud or to yourself, you will be brought back into this space and remember all of those words. So let's go ahead and ground all of this energy. So sending all of this healing energy down your body, this power word, having it go down your body, anchoring it into the heart chakra of Mother Earth, allowing yourself to be grounded in this now moment, bringing your awareness back into your heart space. I want to thank all of the many guides, angels, teachers, beings of light that were here with us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to find yourself walking out of the pyramid now, down the stairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Walking to the edge of the circular healing grid. Pausing for a moment to say a prayer of gratitude for this healing experience. Before turning around, I've got my drum out, turning around and coming back into your room. And I'm going to do the drum to wake you up, to bring you back into this now moment. Just coming back in, feeling into your body, becoming aware of your surroundings, feeling very refreshed, very energized, ready to get on with the rest of your day. When you're ready, open your eyes. And there you go. I love this. I could have gone on longer and longer. I thank everyone for being here with me live. And if you watch it in the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have a free Facebook group. I put the link in StreamYard, but I'll put it in a separate post in the Facebook group. I also have a membership group called the Healing Hub Membership Club, where I go live every week. So once a week I go live and I tune into the group and give a healing every single week. It is only $11 a month. So that is my offer for you. If you like how I work, if you are jiving with my vibe and you want more, I would love to have you join. I offer free, sessions as well and group programs and things like that. But right now, my free group is open. It's brand new. And I'd love to see you in the membership group as well. So I appreciate you all. I am assuming Kathryn's going to come back on, but I have no idea. I've never done a co-hosting. And there she is.
Hi.
Hey.
That was amazing, Carolyn. Thank you so much. That was really, really uplifting for the group.
Oh, good.
Woke me up.
Yeah.
I am not an early riser, so the summit has been a little bit challenging for me. I'm one of those people that stays up till 2 and gets up at 10. So this is wonderful. I feel like my cells are generated with lots of light, and I've got a lot of energy for the rest of the day. And it was really, really lovely. And
wonderful.
Great way to start us off. Great way to start the day for us in the summit.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, it's been lovely. And you guys check out in the Facebook group. Carolyn did share some things, some links in there for you too. So you guys can all access that. And just a reminder, when I upload all of these replays onto YouTube, in the comments, I'm putting information on how to get in touch with all these presenters there too. So there's plenty of ways to find out how to reach these guys, follow them, be in their communities, sign up for their programs. They're wonderful freebies. I mean, just about everyone in here has so much to offer in that arena. A little bit of taster, so you can see what they're all about, see if you jive with their vibe, as well as taking the next step and plunging into one of their programs. And I guarantee you will not be disappointed if you work with Carolyn. She's absolutely amazing. And again, Carolyn, what a pleasure to have you here and to bring your light. I can't thank you enough. It's been wonderful to have you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
my pleasure. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too. So we have up next, and I'm just going to make sure that I have the link for Miss Tracy Goody, who's trying to jump on. So let me just do that real quick. Dun, dun, dun. And we will be seeing her shortly, I'm sure. That was wonderful. I know I feel energized from that. I am drinking coffee, but sometimes the coffee doesn't always work for me. So that was a wonderful blessing and gift from the wonderful Carolyn Nixon to start our day. Right, Maria? It's a great way to start our day. Maria says. Heather says, this was amazing. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Peggy says, beautiful, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Yeah, awesome and filled with light. Her work is so amazing for, that beautiful blend of bringing you into such a high vibe energetic, but then really bringing it into the body down to the cellular level. And again, starting us off on a great foot for the rest of the summit. So Tracy is here. I'm going to bring her into the studio. Hi, Tracy Goody.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome and thanks for being here. I'm sorry we had a little blip at the start, but we're good. We're still on time.
All good. Yeah.
So we've got the amazing Tracy Goody here today, who is just a wonderful, wonderful soul. And when I think of her work, the word luminary comes to mind. You guys are going to love her as much as I do. She is bringing information about today, igniting and anchoring your divine mission with the Akashic Records. Mm-hmm. So Tracy, I will leave you to it. Thank you again for being here and being such an amazing contributor. Have fun.
Yay. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to actually just swap out. I think my sound. Okay, that should be good. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. I'm going to pop over to Facebook real quick just to make sure that that is operational. Not 100% trusting technology right now, but hopefully that's all good. And I can find myself here on Facebook and see that you guys can hear me and see me all right now that I made some adjustments. Awesome. Hear me now. Okay. Thank you, Victoria. Wonderful. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I am Tracy Goody. I am a practical ascension guide. So I have kind of two main focuses in my work for right now. I help light workers or other ascension guides to really stay tapped into their power, tapped into their mission. And so I'm working with a little bit of that energy today. Really staying focused on embodying what it is you're here to do in a practical way. So practical is one of my key points. And I haven't caught up with a lot of the other presenters yet. I'm going to be binge watching that this week. But I just watched a little tiny bit of Caroline's before, right before me. And I love how she's so focused on the practical, on the embodiment, on really pulling these abstract energies into the present moment where they can make a big impact. So that's very much my jam as well. I love things that are very grounded, very down to earth, but still working with those really high vibration ascension energies. So I said that I have two focuses. So like I said, one of my main focuses is working with those light workers, working with those warriors of the light, help them stay really connected into that and help them assimilate those very high vibe energies into practical action. My other key focus area is teaching those who are just opening up to intuition, or maybe they've been at it for a while and they want to take it to the next level. So I'm also an Akashic Records teacher. So I teach my own method of accessing the records, of opening you up intuitively, called the Ascension Alchemy Method. So I have my signature program for that as well, helping light workers to really open up to their intuitive and energy worker abilities. Both of those things I love so, so much. So I am so honored to be here. And again, I want to thank Kathryn for leaping into action so quickly for this and pulling all of these light workers together right at the time when I know we were all really feeling that call, and really feeling like it was time for action. It was time to share. It was time to show up. So it's beautiful to have us all together like this. So like she said, today I'm going to be talking about igniting and anchoring your divine mission. So we're going to be working with a lot of Akashic energy. The way that I work with Akashic Records might be slightly different than what you're used to. After a few years of working in the records, actually it started right away when I first started working in the records, but I ignored it for a few years. I was guided to kind of expand the way that I was working with them and develop this method of working with the Akashic Records multidimensionally. So that's the energy we're going to be working with today. And I'm flying a little bit, going with the flow today. I like things to be structured and logical. So one of my big lessons is allowing things to flow and allowing things to be led kind of by the divine, right? So we're working with that energy today. I have the basic information of what wants to come through, but I'm just going to be channeling the information and the energy. There is most likely to be energy healing involved, energy activation involved. So you want to be in a place where you won't be disturbed, whether you're listening to this live or on the recording. Ideally, you want to be able to have your feet flat on the floor. I have my bare feet on the floor personally today. You also want to have some water nearby, maybe some Kleenexes. I myself am a leaker, so my eyes are going to leak a lot. I have makeup on to start with. I don't know if I'll have makeup by the end of this. I'm a leaker. My eyes leak. I yawn a lot. My nose runs. So if you're like me, grab some Kleenex before we go through this. So what I mean by igniting and anchoring your divine mission is really kind of like, what I see is light workers are like, okay, I feel this mission. I feel that I want to move forward and I want to help people. And then comes like that mind chatter, right? And then comes those subtle energies of resistance that kind of trip us up. So the way that I like to approach things and I like to coach people and teach is while working with that mindset energy. So being consistent that your mindset is on expansion. It is on the possibility. It is on kind of that faith that things are always working out in your favor. So that's a big piece of the puzzle. But another big piece of the puzzle, and this is what we're working with today, is anchoring that energy. So allowing the feeling and the pull and the call of what you want to do to really settle in your body, really be grounded in your body. And from that place, getting your own guidance. So I love teaching people their own self-healing and their own self-guidance so that on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, you are accessing this energy and you're living from that place. You're taking action from that place. So when you're working with that, especially alongside with mindset, you are more likely to be taking these big actions and to be showing up in a bigger way, making an impact. And not only that, but everything that you do is going to have more of an energetic magnetism to it. So you're going to be drawing your soul family to you, your soul clients to you. So today we are going to be anchoring that energy down. We're going to be working with some high vibration guides. I work a lot with the archangels, ascendant masters, as many people on this summit do. So we're going to be pulling that down and pulling down some guidance for your next best action steps. All right. And so when I first heard about this summit, I wrote down a couple of things that came to me. So I just want to make sure that I'm covering all of that. Yeah. So the other thing that I just wanted to mention is, especially in this time where we are called to be very, very flexible and very adaptable in our day-to-day lives, in how everything works for us. Now is the time to really establish that practice and that divine connection, to really remind yourself who you really are on a soul level, what you're really capable of, the wisdom that you have access to, the support that you have access to. This is huge, right? There's all this talk right now of, supporting one another, by staying away and staying connected in other ways. So I want to remind you also to be relying on your divine team. So relying on your higher self, relying on any ascendant masters, archangels, galactic guides, anything that resonates with you, and pulling that down. Like, those guides are here to help you right now. They want to help you. Like, there's so much unconditional love and support for the work that we are doing right here. So open up and accept that and allow that to come in. Allow yourself to feel that on every single, in every single cell of your body, and allow yourself to really, really ground that supportive energy. And that's going to help propel you forward. That's really going to make a huge shift and a huge difference in how you feel on a daily basis. All right. So with that said, I think that was the most of what I really wanted to get out. I'm going to go ahead after this is over. I have Facebook closed down now because I want to stay focused on this energy. But I am going to post in the Facebook group later how you can get some more information. I do have a free training coming up about how to work with the multidimensional Akashic records. So again, this kind of expanded way that I've been guided to share them, and a few other things as well. So I'm going to share that on the Facebook group. So watch out for that. And I think you can do the hashtag Tracy Goody to find any information that I post. But for now, let's go ahead and tap into this energy and pull it all down. So if you are in a place where you ideally won't be disturbed, if you have kids who are home with you right now, you are moving into this different kind of new state of balance. Earbuds are your best friend. I've been working from home on my business for more than 10 years with 3 kids at obviously all ages. So I have come to become somewhat of an expert at balancing, right? So earbuds are such a key piece of this new lifestyle that we have, where our kids are always around. If you're somebody who's in that position, or maybe your significant other, or even your pet, having those earbuds is really, really key right now. I also like to put on a little bit of white noise personally. So I have like my Insight Timer app. Actually, my 10-year-old has my phone right now, but I normally have my Insight Timer app and just have some white noise in the background to help me to stay focused on what I'm doing. All right, so that part out of the way. So if you're in a place where you won't be disturbed, or you have some earbuds in, so you're just blocking out just hearing my voice, and just begin breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, just at the pace that's comfortable for you. Always working with the pace that works best for you. And of everything that I am sharing, feel it and allow it in through your heart chakra. This is where you're going to be taking in the information. And you can choose from this place, as it is resonating in your heart chakra, if it's something that you want to keep as truth that feels really good, or if it's something that you don't resonate with and you want to let it go. It doesn't matter either way. Just allowing yourself to be open. So breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, just setting that pace. And just starting to set down and let go of the things that might be going through your mind a lot. So just visualize setting those down, pulling them out of your energy field and just setting them down for a moment. Giving yourself permission to take this time for yourself. Giving yourself permission to allow your highest vibrational guides to connect to your energy. Breathing in, focusing on your heart chakra. You can have your hands over your heart if you feel called to. And just visualize this beautiful green, pink, or gold energy coming in through your heart chakra as you set the intention and allow your heart chakra to open and expand. And you're just getting your energy aligned and your energy situated to allow this flow. And visualizing yourself in this column of gold light. And you can visualize it expanding out where your spine is, where your chakras line up. Visualize this thread of golden light. As you breathe in, you focus on it. As you exhale, you're expanding it and creating this container, creating this column of golden light all around you. I also have my energetic space open here as well. So I'm making sure that everybody's going to get their energy nice and grounded here. If you need to leave this call early, be sure that you are getting very grounded afterwards before moving on to anything else. So again, we're opening up the heart chakra. As you're breathing, noticing any tension you're holding in your body, and just gently exhaling that. Noticing any mind chatter that's going on, and just gently letting that go and refocusing on your heart. Allowing that heart chakra to open up. And again, being completely surrounded by that column of golden light. Breathing in, feeling that column of golden energy expand slightly, expand even further. So that it's surrounding your entire body, and it's beginning to stretch out and surrounding your entire auric field. And then as you look up, you notice that this golden column of light extends very, very, very high up. It extends all the way up and connects directly into the center of the sun. This is the energy we're going to be working with today. So you can just visualize in your mind's eye, whether you visualize it where you hear it, you see it, or not much is going on at all, just stick with it. So visualizing this column of golden light expanded all the way up to the center of the sun, and it comes all the way down to surround your body. You might begin to feel your crown chakra open and expand, your transpersonal chakras above your head and in the back of your head, opening and expanding as it's connected into the center of the sun, this beautiful solar energy, this golden source light coming down through the crown of your head. And just breathing at that pace that works for you, still in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just feeling that source light coming down through the crown of your head, spiraling down through your chakras, allowing it to spiral and open in your throat chakra even further. So we're setting the intention, and just with our focus is all we need to allow this throat chakra to open and expand. We're connecting deeper into the truth of who we are, deeper into our own truth. And when that happens, our throat chakra tends to expand along with it and tends to kind of jump for joy and just be so happy that we are open to this truth and that we are recognizing and embracing who we really are. And again, just visualizing this golden energy going all the way down right to the soles of your feet. And now we're going to go ahead and begin to ground. In order to work with this multidimensional Akashic energy that we're about to work with, we need to first establish a very expansive grounding energy. So you want to picture eyes on the bottom of your feet. And as though you can see deep through the layers of the earth, all the way through the different layers of the earth, all the way to the iron crystal core of the earth. Or visualize these beautiful, beautiful cords, all these golden cords reaching down from the soles of your feet all the way to the center of the earth. So you're going to stick with whatever visual works best for you, whatever makes you feel most magnetically connected to the earth. Remembering that we have this very natural connection to the earth. The iron in our blood connects into the iron core of the earth, allowing this very deep connection now. And as you're expanding this connection, noticing that this golden column of energy, this golden column of light that surrounds you, extends below your feet as well. It continues to go past your feet, again, through the layers of the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, clicking into place here. So you have this steady, this beautiful flow of your own energy, of this beautiful source energy that's processing through your body, down past the soles of your feet into the earth. Again, we're situating ourselves in this amazing space, in this space of being the channel, of being the conduit between the divine and between earth. This is where we can really access who we are on a soul level and our wisdom, our next steps, where we can allow these doubts and these heavy energies to fall away. So focusing on the soles of your feet again. And again, we just want to really establish this grounding energy. And you might think that it's overkill, but we want to ground even deeper, even further. So visualizing the most beautiful aspect of the earth that comes to you, of the natural world. Maybe it's a forest for you. Maybe it's a beach. Maybe it's a mountain or a cave. Go with whatever pops into your mind, the most beautiful feature of the earth. What really resonates with you? And you'll find that as you're connecting to this earth energy more, you might feel those higher chakras opening and expanding further, letting you know that the deeper you're going, the higher you're going as well. So allow yourself to feel into that energy. Focus on that earth energy. And then just with your breath and your intention, as you inhale, you're pulling up that earth energy up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs. Pull that into your heart chakra and focus on your heart again. And just breathing into this space. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now we're going to expand this into a bit of a journey. So like I said, we're going to be working with this multidimensional Akashic energy. So you may want to have a pen and paper ready. There's going to be some insights delivered to you from your high vibrational guides of pure love and light. So you might want to have a pen and paper handy as well. I'm just going to grab a sip of water before we go a little bit deeper. All right. So remembering this space that we are in, this golden column of light that we are in, where we're very connected to this solar energy all the way down. We are the conduit. We are the channel all the way down past the soles of your feet into the earth. Wonderful. All right, breathing in through your heart chakra. Knowing that whatever comes up for you in this journey is absolutely perfect. Whether you get strong visuals where you hear it, or maybe you just know it or you feel it in your body, or if nothing particular comes up for you right now, still holding that energy of gratitude for the wisdom. And knowing that whether it shows up in a traditional way, like a visual, or whether it shows up in another way, like something somebody will say to you tomorrow, or something that you will catch on TV in the next day or two, just know that your guides are always delivering these messages to you in the most fast and efficient way possible at the perfect time. So from this space, setting the intention that you are open to receive cleansing energy so that you may be a crystal clear channel for divine information. And it's the solar plexus chakra that seems to be calling right now. So we're going to give that some energy and some love. If you want to have your hand on your solar plexus, we're going to set the intention to pull down that solar energy. So we're just visualize as though you're flicking on a switch, and then this really brilliant solar energy just begins to stream down through that column of light all the way down past your crown chakra and into your solar plexus. And just focus on this space for a moment and breathing. It is safe for me to accept more of who I am. It is safe for me to create space in my solar plexus. Let's just visualize this spiral of energy, this multidimensional portal here in your solar plexus chakra, beginning to open and expand, and spinning and cleansing any heavy energy, any trapped emotions that seem to be hiding out in this solar plexus chakra. They might be taking up space, and it's time to get rid of them so we can accept more of who you are on a soul level. So just breathing and focusing on this space here for a moment. Again, we're just setting up this energy. We're going to start to run more cleansing energy. You're setting the intention and you're opening up these spaces in your energy so that when we start to pull through the full force of this solar energy, when we start to work with these high vibrational guides, I already have some archangels and galactic guides who are showing up here today. When we start to pull through it, your guides know exactly where to go. They know exactly your priority for releasing. And again, this time today, it feels like the throat, the heart, and the solar plexus are key areas. We're allowing more of our truth to come in. We're accepting it. And then we are allowing ourselves to embody that in our solar plexus. And we're pulling that all the way down to ground in the earth. So just allowing this energy to settle for a moment. Calling in your highest vibrational guides to surround this golden column of light right now. Very good, very good, very good. I can feel Archangel Michael coming in as a really strong presence right now to help work with this solar energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to pull up any heaviness that you're holding on to right now in order to make space for this embodiment. So we're going to set the intention and realize that this golden column of light is also a vacuum. So Archangel Michael's working with this energy right now, and with your go ahead, he's going to turn on the switch. This is going to open up the channels in your crown chakra so that anything that you're holding on to that's causing heaviness right now is going to come up through your crown chakra and be sucked up just like a vacuum to the center of the sun. So again, this energy is going to begin flowing in just a moment here. This is going to help to release and let go of anything that you've been absorbing and holding on to from this third dimensional energy of fear and lack that's going on, from this fourth dimensional energy of other wackiness that's going on in the collective right now. So anything that you're holding on to related to that, that's what we're really focusing on here. Anything that's preventing you from or slowing down the process of accepting who you are on a soul level. So we're going to set the intention to run the 8D shift clearing. And all you have to do is just accept this. All you have to do is just state that you are open to this. And it's commanded to run the 8D shift clearing now for any trapped emotion, any heaviness energy, anything that you're holding on to that's slowing your own process of accepting and embodying and expressing who you are. So what is the focus emotion? What is coming up for you? What's been going on, rattling around? It might be grief, it might be anxiety, it might be self-doubt. What's been going on in that energy? You want to set the intention to allow your guides to begin the work. So visualizing the switch being turned on now above your crown chakra, pulling this up like a vacuum. As you inhale, you allow that emotion, that heaviness that you've been holding on to come all the way up to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, allow it to travel up all the way to the center of the sun where it is transmuted. So we're going to run this 8th dimensional energy of release with the help of your high vibrational guides, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, all types of guides, unlimited guides are coming up right now. So you just want to breathe. And as you inhale, you're pulling up any heaviness, anything that has been hooked into your body that's not serving you. And then as you exhale, sending that up through the golden column of light to the center of the sun. And just noticing what guides might be present. Noticing if it feels like there's a bit of a vortex energy that's swirling around your auric field, your energy body, and helping to loosen and pull these up. And again, as you exhale, that goes all the way up to the center of the sun. We're still preparing your energy to allow for a really clear transmission from the Akashic field. Again, inhaling. And just visualize like a guide is working a magnet around your energy field. And that magnet is magnetizing the heaviness. It's magnetizing the old third dimensional consciousness that's no longer serving you. And pulling that up to the surface as you inhale. And as you exhale, sending that up to the center of the sun. And if you become emotional at any point while this is happening, that's perfectly fine. And you can just tap gently here. Just tapping gently kind of around your thymus gland to allow that energy to process a little bit further, a little bit deeper. Just keep doing your breathing. As you inhale, you're pulling that energy up. And as you exhale, you're sending that up to the center of the sun. Really, really, really good job here. You're creating this crystal clear container. And bringing your focus and attention back to your heart chakra again. It is safe for me to accept more of who I am. It is safe for me to connect to my highest vibrational guides now. It is safe for me to allow this divine support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now it's interesting too, because I noted Like I said, I just caught a little bit of Caroline's presentation that came just before me, and I noted she was also in this pyramid energy. So we're doing a very similar energy here. So just in your mind's eye, visualize this spiral staircase in front of you. And you begin to climb up through this spiral staircase. And noting that the more you feel into your heart chakra, the more you can ascend this staircase and you can step up. So if you find it tricky to step up this staircase, come back and focus on your heart chakra again. Focus on the energy of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel into self-acceptance, self-appreciation. In order to access this multidimensional Akashic field, we need to be open to what's highest and best for ourselves. We need to allow an expansion of the heart chakra to move up through this gateway. And then as you're coming to the top of the staircase, in the mist, you might notice some mist going on here. The mist begins to clear, and you notice this beautiful obsidian pyramid in front of you, this really, really shiny black pyramid in front of you. So just take a moment and allow that to come into focus. And again, if visuals aren't your thing, just go with how you feel in your body. Go with what you hear or what you know. It's less important that you're fully visualizing it and more important that you are open to the experience unfolding in the way that's highest and best for you. We're going to go ahead and step into this pyramid and looking down, noticing these incredibly shiny black floors, this beautiful obsidian energy. And noticing as you step into this pyramid, knowing that you are stepping up into a different dimension, and yet you also feel very grounded and very connected into the earth, as though this pyramid also has a portal directly to the center of the earth. So feel into this balanced connection in this place. Feel the undeniable earth connection. And feel this expand and expansive energy as you can begin to feel this Akashic field opening up, setting the intention to work with only your highest vibration guides in this space. Now you might notice a chair, a couple of chairs sitting beside each other, or a bench. We're going to call forth your highest vibration guide who is working with your ascension energy right now, working with your path right now, helping you to claim more of who you are. And whether you get a clear picture of that guide or if it's just an energy or a color, allow it to unfold. I'm going to just command it now to open up the collective Akashic records for this group. So you might notice when you look up, there's this spiral. It almost looks like a galaxy. This is the collective records for this group, for everybody who's watching this and watching the replay. And your guide is going up and pulling down a piece of that, pulling down a thread of this energy and plugging it into your heart chakra or your crown chakra or your throat chakra, plugging it wherever is highest and best for you. Everybody has their own unique experience and relationship with their Akashic field. So just visualize and allow that connection to happen now. And if at any point you get distracted, just come back and focus on your heart chakra. That's always the place to go. Breathing and focusing on your heart chakra. Setting the intention that you are open to this energy and information. Let's go ahead and open the throat chakra a little bit further too. Let's open up to more truth. So all you have to do here is just focus on your throat chakra. Focus on this space in your throat. And visualize this beautiful cleansing blue energy coming into your throat chakra and through the back of the throat chakra as well. So really cleansing this throat chakra space, just focusing on it, allowing it to open. And then let's go down to the heart chakra here. And again, we're prepping the energy to allow the highest vibration transmission available right now. Focus on the heart chakra now. And allowing this beautiful gold and green light to come in through the heart chakra and out through the back. In through the heart chakra and out through the back. We really want to ground that energy of being open and accepting to these messages. We want to cut any attachment that we have to a certain outcome. Just visualize cutting these cords of attachment around you. Visualize cutting up any other cords of attachment you're still holding on to where you are connected into third dimensional consciousness. We just want to cut that, cut that, cut that. We're here to anchor these ascended energies. So we're really wanting to focus on that. Very, very, very good. So working with this energy, I can feel everybody's throat chakras expanding, everybody's heart chakras expanding. And again, reminding you, focus on the soles of your feet. Reminding yourself that you are fully grounded and you are fully connected to the earth, even as you're opening up to these higher dimension and higher energies. I am grounded. I am focused. I am clear. I am grounded. I am focused. I am clear. Noticing your guide who is present with you now. And we're going to ask a few questions here. And between each question, I'm going to stay silent and I'm going to continue holding this space. First thing we want to check into is, how does it feel to embody my divine mission? How does it feel to embody my purpose? How does it feel to embody my mission or purpose? So this is the first thing we're asking. And again, we're just getting a bit of a calibration. We really want to know how it feels in our body, what types of imagery we get, what types of sounds, what type of vibe we get when we are embodying our mission and purpose. Because that's kind of an out there topic. It's kind of an out there energy. So we want to calibrate and understand what that means for us, how that actually feels for us. Because once we can understand how that really feels in our body, we can begin to recognize when we are getting the push to do more of the divine mission. We can recognize when something is really a hell yes for us. We can recognize that most powerful path forward. So again, setting the intention in this space. We're in this beautiful, shiny black obsidian pyramid, fully grounded and connected into our bodies still, while connected into these higher dimensional energies. And setting the intention from this space. What does it feel like when I am connected into my divine mission? What does it feel like when I embody my purpose? What does that feel like? I'll stay silent for just a moment and just notice what comes up for you here. What do you feel? And if you need a visual to help you through, just visualize this information coming through this cord that your guide has brought down and plugged into your energy field. Visualize the information coming down, just like when you would play the game of like telephone with like the two cans and the string. I don't know if you've ever actually done that, but you know what I mean. It's very much that energy. So just having something for your logical mind to grab onto, which is that this information is coming down through this line, coming down through this energy communicator into your body. What does it feel like to embody my mission? All right. So take a moment and feel that. And notice any hesitations that come up too. It is safe to embody my mission now. I don't have to wait for anything else. I don't have to wait for more training. I can begin to embody my mission right now, embodying my purpose, embodying my potential right now. The more you can tap into and tune into and take action from this place, the more powerful those actions are going to be, and that greater impact they're really going to create. And just checking in with your body again as you're breathing, releasing any tension you're holding on to. This is a flow of energy. This is an invitation. This is an opportunity. This is not about pressure or having to do something or having to save something. Set those aside. This is not about pressure. This is not about having to take action. This is about the opportunity to anchor this energy, the opportunity to move forward with this energy. Beautiful. All right, so with that energy flowing, we're going to ask a few more questions. So now just asking, how can I serve in the highest and best way right now? I'll stay silent. How can I serve in the highest and best way right now? Just allow the information to flow without judgment and just write down anything that comes through. If you're experienced with intuition, you might get a really clear message here. If you are still opening and expanding those abilities, you might get little pieces of the puzzle, and both are absolutely perfect. So just accept what comes up. How can I serve at my highest level for the highest good of everybody right now? And it can also be helpful. I'm getting the vibe that it might come through for people a little bit differently because everybody's at a different intuitive level. It might help too to just visualize this information coming down like this ball of energy. And if the vibration of it feels too high to assimilate fully, too high to understand, allow that to spiral down through your chakras, down through the soles of your feet. Anchor the energy past the soles of your feet into the earth. Anchoring that energy into the earth. And then pulling that ball of energy, that ball of information back up through the soles of your feet, all the way back up, somewhere between your heart and your crown chakra, wherever it feels good for you. And then with that higher vibration energy now grounded, now a little bit more anchored, asking again, how can I serve at my highest level for my highest good, for the highest good of everybody? How can I serve at my highest level now? So you might get all types of different answers here. The guides are really encouraging me to be inclusive about everybody and about how everybody's having a very different experience with this information that's coming through. You might get a specific action step. You might get kind of drawn to a book or a subject, or to working with angelic energy more, or to meditation, or to writing, or to anything that pops into your mind. This isn't to get the full picture. This is to get anchored in the present moment and what can I do right now? It doesn't always have to be a big outside of your comfort zone action step. It can be something as simple as going within and journaling and tapping into what is moving you right now. All right, we're going to anchor this energy a little tiny bit further. So again, visualizing yourself in this space, this black obsidian, very shiny pyramid. Breathing in through your heart chakra, Just visualizing that energy, that unconditional love and support from your guides coming in through your heart, filling up every single cell in your body. And then as you exhale, remembering to ground, remembering to focus on the soles of your feet. So expressing gratitude for any of your guides who came and showed up today, knowing that you can revisit this place anytime you want. Knowing that this unconditional love, this divine support and guidance is always available for you anytime you need it. So we're going to set the intention now to close this collective Akashic Records. Your guide might choose to stay with you, or they might stay in this obsidian pyramid. Again, expressing gratitude. Feeling maybe that your throat chakra is a little bit more expanded. You might feel like stretching and moving. I know that my throat chakra is kind of wanting a little bit of space right now. So I'm probably going to have some tea when this is all done and stretch my neck around a little bit, allowing this new information to settle, whether the information came through really clearly for you or whether it came through as more of a vibration and a feeling, and the information will follow. So visualize yourself now stepping out of this pyramid. We're going to travel back down through that spiral staircase, all the way down to where you are at right now, and realizing you're still surrounded in this golden column of light. We're going to set the intention to pull that back down. So we're going to unplug it from the center of the sun and pull that all the way back down. Now in this space, we want to anchor and ground this energy even further. When you allow this embodiment energy, when you allow just even the vibration of that to come down to you, and you really let yourself get grounded, actions just become natural. You're not second guessing, you're not questioning, you're just allowing yourself to move forward powerfully. So we're going to anchor this a little bit deeper, focusing on your heart chakra. It is safe for me to embody this now. It is safe for me to embody this now. And we're going to just visualize this golden column of light just shrinking back down to that midline where your spine is, where your chakras line up. And again, we're going to focus on the soles of your feet one more time. And this time, just visualizing a very, very clear connection between the soles of your feet and the center of the earth. Sometimes it helps to breathe into your heart chakra and focus on your favorite parts of Mother Earth, focusing on a forest or a stream or a mountain or a beach. Just allow yourself that vibration, that energy. Visualize yourself hugging a tree. Visualize your energetic roots connecting down to the center of the earth. And that earth energy coming all the way back up through the soles of your feet, washing over your entire body, up over the crown of your head and back down the other side. Let's allow this earth energy to run through another time. You have a natural connection to the earth. We're going to call forward now to any earth guides, any very grounded earth guides, who are of the highest vibration, to work with your energy right now and help to anchor it. There's all types of beautiful guides coming in here. And just as though kind of pulling the strings of a tent, as though you're setting up a tent, they're helping to pull your cords that are connected to the earth and to deepen them and pull them deeper and deeper and deeper so that you can take action from a place of being present, from a place of being connected to your mission and purpose. So from here, again, now breathing up through the soles of your feet into your heart and opening your eyes if they were closed, and wiggling your fingers and toes and coming all the way back. Very good, very good. Breathing here. I'm going to take a sip of water myself. So again, some of the big messages coming through with that energy is, number one, making space for your mission and purpose. And when I'm talking about mission and purpose, I'm just talking about showing up as who you really are on a soul level, showing up with what you're really capable of without these outside influences and programs, right? So a big part of that is letting go of these false parts, these doubts and these fears, this lack energy, anything that you're not, choosing to let go of that. It's just a choice. So just choosing to let go of that, and working with the heart chakra can be very powerful for that, especially for the empaths out there that are, being inundated right now with so much from the collective. Remembering to always come back to your heart. I am open to who I truly am. I am open to who I truly am. And I choose to let go of anything that contradicts that. I choose to let go of anything that is not mine, anything that I am absorbing from this collective energy right now. I choose to let go of it. So that's one big message that was coming up throughout that. The next message that's coming up is, a lot of us can feel pressure, and I guess pressure is the best word for it, around moving forward on our purpose. It can feel kind of like a huge big deal. Of course, it feels like a big deal, right? And it's very personal to everybody. But notice whenever you start to feel pressure. So one of the reasons I wanted you to feel into what it feels like to embody your mission and purpose is that had a very distinct vibration in your energy. And that vibration is not of pressure and having to do something, right? That vibration is most likely one of expansion, or depending on what your unique purpose is, it might be peace, or it might be empowerment, or it might be unity, right? So whatever that is, when you notice the energy of pressure, that's when you stop and say, hey, this pressure energy, that's not beneficial to me right now. And that's not who I am. That's not a part of this truth. So coming back into your center, and again, just reminding yourself, this is what my mission feels like. This is what it feels like to embody who I am on a soul level. I let go of this pressure, and I choose the opportunity of it. I want to move forward on it. I get to move forward on it. And that's so exciting. So just that slight difference of, I have to do this and I have to do this now, as opposed to, I get to do this. This is an amazing opportunity for me to move forward with my purpose, to move forward with what I really feel called to do. So those were the two messages that were coming up. Another one that was coming up really strongly is making sure you're anchoring this down all the way, not just into your heart chakra. Let it keep going. The guides are saying, let it keep going into the solar plexus. Accept it as yourself. Don't just accept it as a part of you that happens when you're connected to these universal energies. You're fully allowing it to settle in your solar plexus, to accept it as who you actually are. Like, this is who I am on a daily basis, right? And yeah, other parts of me are going to come out, but this is who I really am. And I'm just reminding myself of that. And when you start to get that in your solar plexus, you're even closer to grounding it and fully embodying it, right? Whenever you're really letting that settle in. Okay, so don't be afraid to fully accept yourself right down into that solar plexus, fully accepting who you are on a soul level all the way down there. And then whenever it's time to let it bubble up, pay attention to what intention you're coming out, like who's driving that expression, who's driving that. If your business is a part of, your mission, maybe when you're taking action on your business, am I taking action from a place of obligation and pressure, or am I taking action from a place of full embodiment and trust in what I'm doing? So just paying attention to those little subtle things. All right, so that is the basics of what I wanted to share today, though I had no idea how it would come through. That was fun. But it's really cool too, because the guides are really pulling through a lot around, there's new people waking up now too. There's people who have been on this path for a long, long time. And there's new people who are waking up, and there's people who have been waking up the last few years who are really just like, now is the time. Like, shit, I can really feel this ascension energy, right? So everybody is at a different place with their mission and becoming who they are on a soul level. And that's absolutely beautiful. And it's absolutely perfect. There's no competition in saying, oh, I'm far behind. I should have been working on my stuff for years and years. No, where you're at is absolutely perfect and absolutely need it right now. So need it right now. So choose to allow that. All right. Okay. So hopefully you can get good and grounded after this, maybe drinking some water, and just see what comes up for you over the next few days and be taking action. All right, so I'm gonna be wrapping this up here because I don't wanna go over on my time. Oh, I love this. I love this summit so much. I'm so excited to check out everybody else's. So I know that following me right now is Tiffany Winkler. So Tiffany is going to be sharing about relationships, and she's going to be taking us on a journey. Oh yeah, she's a life coach. She's an Akash reader. That's why I was so excited to introduce her, and I forgot it. I'm happy I wrote it down. So Tiffany Winkler is a life coach and an Akash reader and an energy healer. So I'm excited to see hers. I love connecting to other Akashic readers because it's so much fun. It's like my favorite thing. So Tiffany is going to be taking us on a powerful journey to heal a past or present relationship. So be sure to check that out. And 1,000 times, again, thank you to Kathryn for putting this on. So I'm going to go ahead and pop off now, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tracy. That was lovely. And thanks for the great introduction. How nice that you guys are back to back. So that was amazing. I'm sure you guys really enjoyed Tracy's presentation and her share. It's wonderful the way the symmetry worked out with the folks who are presenting, and how it's kind of this seamless and graceful flow into what everyone is talking about. I mean, Carolyn is one of those gifted healers and teachers who blends the woo, if you want to call it, with the practical. And Tracy is amazing at doing that as well. And I hope you guys can appreciate, and I'm sure most of you can, that, it takes a good level of mastery and really perfecting your craft to be able to bring that to your people, to bring that to your healing, to be able to kind of balance the woo with the practical. It takes years of practice to kind of perfect that. And it does involve some mastery. So you guys are really getting, I can't stress this enough, master level teachings and sharings from people who are at the height of their craft and who are only getting better all the time. So this is really quite a gift for you guys that I truly hope you appreciate. And like I said, the first day and the second day, you guys have been an amazing audience, and you have really put yourselves out here in a big way to come here and support all of these people here in the group, the presenters, and to be here as a huge, boon of support for each other. We're all going through some heavy, heavy stuff right now. I'm going to be creating a post in the group talking about the really heavy energetics today. There's a lot of blended earth reality overlap, let's just call it. I'll explain it more in the post in our Global Acceleration of Ascension group. I'll probably share it on my personal page too. But the blended earth reality kind of creates this kind of plasmic overlay to things. So what does that mean? Well, the way it shakes out in your everyday life, it'll feel like lots of deja vu or time blips. The sensation of stretching time out. So a minute could feel like an hour, or you may experience it or sense it as collapsing time, meaning, okay, well, here I am cooking dinner. Where did the last 4 hours go? So this is normal as we are experiencing such a huge amount of energetics at play in our 3D time-space matrix right now. We have a lot of false ascension broadcasts coming in that are kind of ramping up the fear factor to DEFCON 5, which is critical mass level, while at the same time, we have a lot of, let's just call them guardian host or crystal host, galactic council beings, entities, disembodied individuals who are bringing a matched energetic in terms of the vibrational level of it, bringing in the good stuff, if you will, bringing in a lot of, reconciliation with our soul selves. What's happening with this kind of great energetic shift right now is we're pulling in more of our higher self identity and being able to have a tangible connection with that. At the same time that we are feeling, sensing, vibrating with even a lot of the collective fear and panic and anxiety on the planet. You're not going crazy. You're just, on a cellular level trying to assimilate all this information in the body. It's a lot. So I'm going to say this before I bring Tiffany on. If you are listening to the folks here, all of these healers are incredibly responsible in that they'll take you to these heightened levels of awareness, but they're always going to ground you. So if you have to jump off the broadcast for whatever reason, make sure you've got some tools or tips or tricks in your back pocket so you can ground yourself. So you don't want to go big in some of these energies and then just walk away and go drive your car or, interact with your family if you're not fully grounded. I'm not trying to scare you here. I'm trying to inform you. Make sure you keep coming back to grounding. Okay, make sure you keep coming back to the breath. Make sure you keep coming back to your heart space. Just settling with the breath and becoming very present and mindful with where you are in your current time, space, reality, feeling the temperature of the skin, of the room, temperature on your skin, where you are sitting in your house. Go outside, feel the sun on your face or feel the moon on your face, feel the wind, drink some water, go pet your dog. Anything that is grounding you is going to really help you guys out today, okay? And yesterday I put some of the Ascended Earth Reiki symbols from my modality into the group. If you want me to tag you on that so you can see those symbols. Some of you may find these energies to be too big. Usually that means there's a message for you there from one of these symbols that you haven't grounded, you're not honoring, about some shadow that you're not willing to see, or something you just don't want to, you're like, la, 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 la. You don't want to like take in that level of recognition that there's something going on you don't want to face. Maybe you're not facing the fear that's going on. You're trying to just constantly deflect it. That's why those symbols can feel too big for you. When you look at those symbols, take in just for a second any kind of message, any kind of information that's coming into your awareness that says, I got to pay attention to this, okay? And then ground your energy. You can draw those symbols that will help you to ground any energy or messages that are coming in for you that aren't, going into the mental matter of the fourth dimension. Sometimes we need to bring it into the second dimension and ground certain symbols or light language so that we can glean the messages from it, okay? So keep grounding. All the presenters, Tracy says, yes, keep on grounding, y'all. So next up, you guys, I'm so excited to bring Tiffany in. She is ready to go. She's in the studio. Hey, Tiffany Winkler. Hello.
Hello.
You're looking radiant and lovely today.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Beaming. I'm so excited.
Here. So we're happy to have you here and present. It is really a delight and a gift to share your work with our viewers here in the group. So you are going to be sharing with us today, healing the heart, diving deep and healing trauma from romantic relationships. What a great topic. No one's hit on that yet here. So it's perfect and timely to have you present. And with that, my dear, I will leave you to it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Kathryn. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to finally be here. I feel like I'm in a dream right now. My heart's just been racing, listening to Kathryn, just trying to calm it down, calm it down. So I hope you still have some room for some more amazing things to happen. I have something so special for you today. I am just super geeked to share it with you. So yes, I am Tiffany Winkler, and I am a life coach, an Akash reader, and an energetic allergy healer. I'm also the founder of Red Door Coaching. And my passion, just to really put it in a few words, is to help women live their truth. And so why is that? Well, I'm sure you've heard oftentimes that we heal in others what we need most in ourselves to be healed. And so that's really, that's my wound. That is part of my story and my journey. So that is why I'm just really passionate about it. Hi, Peggy. Okay, so before we go any further, I just want to take a quick moment, be really quick, to set up our space and to set some intentions. I really wanted to wait and do some of that when we were here all together. So if everyone could just close their eyes for a moment. Receive a breath. Again, in. Just creating a sacred space for all of us here in this moment. Calling in our guides. My guides, I can see my elephant off to my left, my dragon off to the right. And I'm just setting the intention that we are all open to receiving, that we are open to letting go and participating in this journey, and that we all today receive really deep healing. Whatever we need today, just call that in now. Set that intention here and now. And so it is. Okay, so you can open your eyes. And so again today, two things. First, I want to share a bit, I will be sharing a bit about my relationship story. And I will also be taking you on a really powerful journey. We're going to go really deep into healing a past or present relationship. So whether you are looking to heal, repair, or even let go, you will see it in a new light and feel the weight you've been carrying just fall away. This process has came in bits and pieces over this last week just for you guys. So I'm super excited about that and so grateful because it's really time to let go. And I hope that you're ready to go on this journey. So who really cares about healing relationships right now, particularly past ones in the middle of this global shift? But relationships are our biggest and best teachers. So we tend to accumulate a lot of dense energy that just no longer serves us. So that is why I feel the importance of this healing today and why I was guided to do this. Because I'm sure many of you have felt a push to show up, and that is no easy task. So the more we can heal on all levels and clear some of this dense energy up, the greater we can show up. We can heal our family lines and heal the planet. Healing relationship traumas also creates less distraction in our lives and less excuses that really keep us small. And I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of playing small. I've been doing it a really long time, and just saying that kind of makes me choke up. So, as I mentioned earlier, part of my journey is also sharing my relationship story. Because in sharing, I hope to help women heal from their own relationship traumas. So, a big part of my story began almost 2 decades ago. I was in my first marriage and I began an affair. And that's this is the first time that I have really shared that publicly. Well, it is for sure. I blogged about it in an anonymous blog, but I have never spoken publicly about it. Sorry, just gonna breathe through it. And I've done so much healing around it, and but it has kept me from my path. It has been something I've kind of pushed away. And thank you guys. And it's really come back full circle. It is part of what I meant to share and to help heal in others. And I'm really just over allowing it to be an excuse to play small, right? There's just no time for that anymore. And when we play small, you know, it's like just it eats you alive, right? It's like poison in your system. And you have to get it out. So why I am so passionate about sharing that is that when you don't live your truth, that whether you are in a relationship where you're having an affair or you're just in a bad relationship that either you need to let go of or that you want to heal, you're in this situation, you know, day and night. You eat with this person, you sleep with this person, you are in their energy all the time. And again, it's like you're just feeding that poison in your system. All the unspoken words, the unspoken emotions. And it is no way to live. Our relationships are such a huge part of our lives. And that is why I so want to help others heal that part of themselves, that part of their lives. Because it is so consuming. It is so consuming. And I know for me, it was a long-term affair. And so it was years of hurting myself. And I had no idea what I was doing to my physical body from the stress. And when you're in that situation, any bad relationship situation, it is really difficult to see outside of it. It's like we're just in it with blinders on and we can see no way out. And that is why it's just so important to reach out to someone that can help you see outside of it. I didn't really have anyone like that. And if I did, they were friends. And, you know, when you get advice from friends, you're just like, yeah. Don't really take it seriously. Or it's easy to think that, they're not right. So all of this started to show up in my body. All the stress of this began to show up in my body. And I had just some scary, scary health stuff come up. And then that became the all-consuming part. Years of just trying to figure out what was wrong with me, never associating the two, never associating the fact that because I was in this mess in my life, in my personal life, that would be affecting me physically. And I'll just quickly tell you the brief story of kind of what began my spiritual journey and my journey into healing all of this. I had a really dark night of the soul. Those nights when you're up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep, you're wide awake, and you want so desperately to go to sleep. Guys are awesome. Because you just want to stop thinking and you want to stop worrying. And so many nights like that. It's just the worst. But so I was up late and I was reading the book Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. And it was kind of the first probably spiritual book I had ever read. I was just desperate for anything to make me feel better, to make me feel safe. Because, ultimately I did not feel safe in my body. I was just trying desperately to escape my body, escape my feelings, my emotional feelings and physical feelings. Oh, I need a Kleenex. And on the back of the book, he had an email address to reach out to him. And I thought, whatever, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to write an email to this person. And I did. I just poured my soul out in this email. How I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to be here. And again, more focused on the physical problems than what was going on in my life. And I just sent it off, and I never thought about it again because I never expected any response. And I don't spend so many years. I believe it was a week or more later that they reached out to me, and Neil wanted me to be on his show, his radio talk show. And oh my God, I just can't tell you. It was like I had just been given the seed of hope. Somebody was sorry, I didn't expect to cry so much through it. I mean, not like this. I'm so sorry. It was just somebody that really cared, and I felt like would hear me. So I was on his radio show. Long story short, he invited me to his retreat in Oregon. He was having a week-long retreat. And I went, and he spoke to me. We had a one-on-one conversation in front of probably 100 or so people. And I told my story. And he just asked me so many questions. And for the first time, I realized that I couldn't go on this way anymore, that it was time for me to get out. It was time for me to get out of this marriage. I had explored all the avenues with him. And for the first time, I listened to my body. I listened and I made a choice. And because I listened to my body, I was so confident in that choice. And so that when I went back home and I decided to pursue that, I was able to get through it. Because I needed that, because there was a lot of pushback, of course. There was a lot of hurt and pain that I knew I was causing a lot of people. But I knew that if I didn't, I could not have gone on living much longer. I knew that. And so that is where I began living my truth. That is where I began listening to myself, putting myself first. Because when we do that, we can be our best selves for everyone else. And I know it's a hard thing to say, to put yourself first. You know, we want to put our family first so desperately. And that's why I stayed for so long. I didn't want to hurt anybody, but I was just hurting myself in the process so deeply. And it took, well, it's a never-ending process, as you know. But that is why for years, I have been learning how to connect with my body, how to listen to myself, and act upon it, right? To let those fears go and act upon what I know to be true in my heart. And I wish and I hope for you that you are truly, truly living your truth. It is, while it seems so difficult at times, it is so much harder to not. And I can tell you how, you know, I'm still healing I'm still healing from all that stress I put on my body, and it was over 10 years ago. And while it was the most painful experience of my life, it is probably one I am most grateful for. Wow, that was big to say. That was really big to say. Didn't want to come out. Because, I mean, it's led me to where I am now. I have had such an amazing life. I've been so blessed. So I want to really thank you all for your support, for listening, for supporting me and sending me love throughout that. I could feel it, and I know I will trigger some people, and I'm okay with that, because that is part of your healing journey. So I think I am going to end it there. And I want to now turn my focus on you more so, and begin to lead you through this really incredible journey that I want to take you on. So let's get started, okay? We're going to begin our healing journey. I will be taking you through a guided meditation. So I want everyone to be really comfortable. I highly recommend you lay down if you can. Otherwise, sitting upright with your feet flat on the floor or cross-legged is fine. So as you are all preparing, take a quick drink. I want to preface this by saying that you will not predetermine who particularly you want to work with in this meditation. We're going to allow whoever wants to come in. So just kind of let thoughts of anybody that you may have at the back of your mind, just let that go, okay? So when you are ready, I'm going to have you close your eyes. And let's take 3 big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out. One more. Now, returning to your normal breath, I invite you to drop down into your heart space. It's located in the center of your chest, tip of your sternum, and imagine you're breathing from this space, slowing down your breath as you call all parts and aspects back to you now, feeling the expansion within your heart space. We are going to begin with just a quick clearing here, and I was guided to use the elements along our journey today. So I'd like you to start to imagine that you can feel the earth directly beneath you right now. You feel your body begin to sink and root into Mother Earth. Feeling her support cradling you now. Now envision a gentle river of water begins to flow down, around, and through you. It is warm, shallow, just the perfect amount to cleanse and clear all the cells of your body. It's soothing your nervous system and washing away all tension. Now begin to feel the water sink back into the earth, taking all that no longer serves you with it to be transformed and transmuted. Now bringing your awareness back into your heart space. You are surrounded by a beautiful sphere of divine light, where you are completely safe and protected. You now witness a dragonfly come into your sphere. She is magical, and you can see how she sparkles like crystals reflected in the sun. Her body is multiple shades of iridescent blue, and her wings are translucent pink. She wants to accompany you on your journey. So invite her to sit on your shoulder, wherever you would like her to be, and receive a breath. Now within your sphere, you will begin your journey. You are drawn up and out across all time and space, where you'll be attracted to a specific point of light. Go to that light now. As you approach the atmosphere of this light, you land on the top of a bluff, overlooking an endless ocean. You notice there are 5 suns in the sky. There's the central sun, and there are 4. The other 4 look like phases of the moon. The brilliant yellow light infuses its warmth into your skin. Feel that now. You now place your feet upon the long grass. It's flowing like waves in the wind. It is so soft. You notice ahead at the edge of the bluff, a beautiful white tree. As you begin to walk towards this beautiful tree, you can feel the ocean air blowing away all your fears, blowing away any apprehension, tension, any old layers or blocks that no longer serve you. The wind is now gliding them off your body. You feel free and open. Standing now in front of this enormous white tree, you can feel her power as her vibration rushes and waves through your body. She is magnificent. Her presence is so comforting, like a warm embrace, and you feel cared for in a way you have never felt before. You now notice a red door at the base of the tree, and you sense she is inviting you to enter. You open the door and step inside. It is dark as you look up and see the night sky filled with millions and millions of stars. In the center is a large clearing with a giant bonfire. You feel drawn to sit in front of the fire. You notice all around you there is a forest of trees, and you intuitively feel and know they are your guides. They are supporting you here and now. As you gaze into the fire, you take a few calming breaths and begin to bring your awareness back to your body. You feel calm, centered, and ready. You are now aware of a presence sitting next to you at the fire. Noticing, feeling what side of the body it is on, and you turn to face this presence. You recognize this person, and as their identity comes into your full awareness, begin to notice how you feel in your body. Is your heart beginning to race? Do you feel pain anywhere? Just observe, breathe. You are safe. You are in control, and only you can speak. So just take a moment to feel and notice what is coming up in your body. Breathe into it. Breathe. Breathe. Now, I want you to notice what emotions begin to surface. Now is your time. You are supported and safe. Begin to allow whatever wants to arise. If you want, take a moment to say whatever it is you want to say to this person, if anything. Maybe you feel the need to express your emotions. Maybe you want to say you're sorry. Whatever it is, speak your truth now. I'll give you a few moments to do this, and if you have nothing to say, that's fine. Just observe and notice what you feel. You are safe. You are safe. Good. You're doing awesome. Now, if you choose, envision this person in a ball of light and fill it with compassion. So much compassion. And now watch as it floats up and away, melting into the stars. Turning back to the fire. Take a breath. Feel the warmth and let it soothe your soul. Still feeling your guides are with you. They are all around you. Expressing their love for you, your courage. There's so much love for you there. Feel it. You're looking down. On the ground, you see in front of you a pencil and paper. You pick this up now, and I want you to write whatever it is you want to release on this paper. It may be an emotion, a fear, a belief, a judgment. Just write it down now. Whatever you want to let go of in this moment, here and now, write it down. And when you are complete, you fold the paper, and on your own accord, if you choose, you throw it into the fire. And as you do, you can feel all the energy leave your body as it is pulled into the fire. Allow this release now. Witness it. Let it go. Let it go. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Take a breath. You feel raw but ready. So rise up now. Bow in gratitude to your guides for all their love and support. And begin to walk back out through the red door. And you're outside now. You turn around to look up at this wise white tree. Notice her now, feel her. Notice if she wants to give you something, or if you just simply have a feeling. Does she have a message for you? Whatever that is, receive it now. Feel her love. I can see her smiling. Give her thanks and love and begin to walk back to your sphere. And as you do, feel the wind swirl around your body. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Allow these elements now to imprint upon you your new beliefs, new feelings of empowerment, of courage, of self-love, of self-acceptance. Claiming now your chosen new truths, whatever they may be. Feel them flow through you, around you. Dancing in the wind as your new truths light up and fill every cell. Filling up all the spaces that are now clear, that are now open and available to you. Claim them. Claim them. And notice that as you walk, your heart opens. Your chest expands. Your walk is sure and confident. You are anchored and vibrant and powerful. Breathe that in. Breathe it in. And now, it feels so good. Feeling complete, you enter your sphere and set the intention to come back into your heart space. Feeling so much gratitude for this magical place that you can always come back to. Feel yourself home now within your heart space. Feel yourself grounded. You are grounded. You are grounded. You are awake and aware of all your senses. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe move your head from side to side. Now rub your hands together. Get them nice and warm and place them over your eyes and feel the warmth of your hands. And as you move your hands away from your face, you can open your eyes. Just take a moment if you need to, moving slowly. Maybe taking a drink of water. And while I give you a moment to do that, I'm going to see if I can post my info here. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Let's see. And also, once you're up and present, please let me know how you're doing. Ah, there I am. Okay. Ooh, I figured it out. Yay. Okay. All right. So, how are you? Good. I can't say you all by name. I just see some of you as Facebook user. Maria, Peggy, thank you. Marietta, oh, thank you. I don't know about you, but it felt really good for me. Oh, goodness. I feel rejuvenated for sure. I truly hope that was healing for you. Set that intention. So it has to be, right? Well, thank you. Good. Thank you all. Thank you. Oh, that's great, Jessica. Thank you. I'm so grateful for those that hung in with me during this. It was not easy for me, and I feel it was not easy for others. So, gosh dang, I'm normally not such a crier, but yeah. I really, truly appreciate you. I know many of you are just holding space for me there, and whew, did I need it. So I hope I could reciprocate during that meditation and journey, and yeah, it was so good. So before I move on here, I did post my information, my links in the comments on Facebook. And if you feel drawn to work with me, I put in 2 special offers just for this summit. And they're amazing deals. I'll let you read through those. In the coaching package, I am offering all my normal bonuses, even though it's in a condensed time. So you can reach out to me through my links. And let's see. I also, just read some of your comments here. Well, thank you, Peggy. Yeah, I'm sure there are some of us that need to go on that journey multiple times, right? Oh, Jessica. Yeah. As that meditation came in, like I said, through bits and pieces, for me throughout this week, and I was led through it by my guides, and my ex had come in. I wasn't, it's like, oh, I've been there, done all that healing. And oh my gosh, I just wept and I wept, and it was really, really good. So yeah, I hear you. So also, before I close out here, I would like to introduce your next presenter. You guys are so lucky. Becky Gerard Schoonover. I hope I said that right. Her topic is discovering your divine purpose and calling and how to bring that into the world. And that sounds amazing, because I mean, that has to be like one of the top 3 questions like ever, right? What is our divine purpose? So that is so perfect. Very excited for that. So again, I appreciate you all. There's Kathryn, and for spending this hour with me. It's been an honor, So much love to you all. Thank
That
you.
was absolutely tremendous, Tiffany. Thank you for leading us through really gently through something that was laying such a powerful foundation for us, and such a powerful release. I was definitely feeling that from some of the folks who were here live. It's just kind of like, whew, God, that's been sitting big for so long. I'm ready to finally let that go. But it was such a gentle and powerful place of foundation in order for people to do that. Thank you so much for generating that space and holding that light for us all, and being a really great part of this summit. Thank you so much.
Sorry, my kids.
That's okay. Hey, it's going to happen.
I'm so grateful they were able to be quiet for most of that time.
Then it worked out perfectly. They intuitively knew, like, let mom have her space.
Right. Yeah.
Thanks again, Tiffany. It was wonderful to have you here. And you guys check out Tiffany's post in the group to get all of her links there as well. Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you. Thank
Tiffany.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So I was listening downstairs, and that was just so wonderful that it felt so gentle and so smooth and so graceful, but allowed for such a big release. There was some stuff that came up for me this morning before I even started live with you guys. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have to sit with this for now and just kind of deal with it as I go. But listening to her transmission allowed me to move some of that out, which was really, really great and very helpful. So thanks again to Tiffany. What an amazing lineup, you guys. I mean, come on. You'd pay thousands of dollars for this if you went and had paid for a virtual summit somewhere, or if you attended a live summit in person. I cannot overstate how appreciative I am of everyone in here bringing the best of what they offer, and it's all free for you guys. So reach out to these people, become part of their communities, take them up on their offers. Some people are even offering special incentives for you to work with them right now. Some of you are going to come away from this event and feel like, ooh, I need a mentor. Now I have all this stuff coming up to the surface. What do I do with it? We have so many amazing people in here who are so adept at helping you find a place to have all this stuff go, whether it needs to leave your energetic vessel or whether you are, inviting some new things in, right? And remember, when we are releasing things, we create an energetic void, okay? We create room for new things to move in. And if you're, not being a good custodian of your energy and mindful, a good steward of your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, you're just inviting the same old stuff, the same old triggers back in again, unless you're being mindful about what you want to create, who you would like to be, what do you want to anchor into going forward. I certainly hope that there's so much amazing energy in here, and so much new levels of insight and inspiration and guidance for you to really kind of concretize what that's going to be for you going forward. So with that said, that's a great segue for me to bring in my friend, Becky, who is an absolutely amazing healer in her own right. And you guys are in for a real treat. I'm so excited that She is here as part of this event. Hey, Becky, thanks for
Hey,
being
lady.
here.
Hey,
Hey,
glad to
I
be here.
showered for you and everything. Are you excited or what?
Listen, I've seen you every which way, and you've seen me every
That's
which
right.
way.
And there's love either way, right?
That's right.
We're so happy to have Becky here presenting, and she's going to be talking today about something really is, like I said, perfect segue to what I just talked about. Becky's going to help you bring some of that concreteness that we're looking for, some of that tangibility and practicality, discovering your divine purpose and calling it and bringing it into the world. So Becky, I would leave you to it. Thanks again for being here, my love.
Thanks, lady. Well, I'm thrilled to be here. I can't wait to catch up on all this gorgeous energy. I've been sort of in and out. But my name is Becky Schoonover, for those of you who don't know me. I would love to give you a really intentional description about who I am, but I'm finding that the more that we are in these energies of transformation on the planet, the less I am able to currently articulate who I am and what I'm doing. And maybe that's part of the process. But for ease, I will say, just give you a little bit of my story, and then we'll dive in here for what you're here for. And my background was, I was an educator for 25 years. I started as a teacher, kindergarten teacher, and then went into school administration. And I ran schools, private schools, and portfolios of schools for about almost 20 years. I left after getting a long wake-up call for about 4 or 5 years. I knew that it was time for me to leave and transition out of what I'd been doing. And I kept ignoring that deep call until my health caused me to have to take notice. I was becoming sick in a variety of ways. My hair was falling out. I would vomit in the parking lot before I would go into work. I'd be fine, and I'd pull into work and park, and I would vomit. And so it became increasingly clear that I needed to listen. And I'd been on a long spiritual journey until that point, and decided I had to tune in and figure out what. So as the universe would have it, she really pushed me in a way that I couldn't say no to. And I ended up leaving my last school as we moved from Texas to Wisconsin, which is where we're from, moved back home. And I decided to take the opportunity to go to work for myself. I didn't entirely know what I was going to do. I did know that I was feeling really called to healing, but I didn't know what that meant. And I didn't have a big sense of clarity, but I did know enough about my own energy and my own intuition and my own inner knowing, just to sort of follow the breadcrumbs. And so I started doing some spiritual coaching. I was doing a lot of, I consider myself an oracle. It's one of the descriptors that I do use for myself. And that simply means to me that I can serve as a bridge between the spirit and 3D for people. And my function in that capacity has always been to connect each person to themselves and their own inner wisdom. So when I say oracle, I'm not talking about fortune telling. I'm talking about finding ways to connect and helping people to do that, because we've often shut down those mechanisms for ourselves or stopped listening. And so often when you have somebody that is serving you in that way, it can help you to connect and open up. And sometimes even the cards will be helpful, because it's just gives you something to focus on, and your team can come through and connect with you. So I started doing a lot of oracle readings. I started doing a lot of spiritual coaching. I'd also been certified as a health coach years ago, 10 years ago at this point. I'd worked with people on fertility and getting pregnant through holistic means, but also very spiritual means. And I myself went through a fertility journey. So it was a really interesting roundabout way to come to the awarenesses that I have now. And I really spent a lot of the last couple of years bucking up against what I knew, because the way that I am in the world, I just follow the energy. And every business coach and every business school or online coach will say, you know, you've got a niche, you've got to get a sales funnel, you have to have an email list, you have to do all these things. And it was like, I just absolutely could not do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I kept bucking up against it and really, really fought to just be who I was and be in the way that I wanted to be. And I would follow all of these other spiritual leaders and be, you know, thinking, God, they've got it so together and they've got these beautiful sales pages and they seem to know exactly what they're doing and they stay consistent and they sell the same thing all the time and you know who they are. And I started feeling like I was a little flaky. And it took me a couple of years to finally just make peace with the fact that my energy and the way I come to the world is different. I've often said I'm a Renaissance soul. I used the term multi-passionate, and that's true. I have had so many life experiences that I use those to support the people around me. But in all of that, and through all of that, I have myself and with many, many clients really tapped into and tuned into the idea of purpose and calling. It is something that probably all of us have heard a lot. And I have a sense of knowingness about it now that has come to me both through very practical experience and inner wisdom. And part of my calling is to help make the spiritual very practical, to really ground in our spiritual nature into this physical vessel, but also that interesting connection that happens between our spiritual beingness, our light body, our soul, all those parts and pieces of us, and the desired physical experience we came in to have. And we wanted it. We desired it. This is not an accident. I preface everything I do by saying that. So it is a very, maybe a little bit different perspective than some will have. And my goal for anytime I come and speak is to make sure that everything I say is to help you to turn inward to you. Take what resonates, let go of the rest, with this caveat, which is don't let it go of it too quick. Let it sit, let it simmer, let it seed, and then decide. Often I find that when people say, you know, take what resonates and let go of what doesn't, because it's a matter of avoidance, and we let go of the what doesn't because it's uncomfortable. And most of us don't like to be uncomfortable. And so I'm really cautious when I say that. And I really want to encourage one of the spiritual practices to have is make sure that it is something really to be released and not just something that makes you uncomfortable that you don't want to look at, because that's a big miss for a lot of us. So my work in whatever capacity, whether I've done health coaching, whether I'm doing spiritual coaching, whether I'm doing business coaching, I'm doing some health coaching right now. I actually also have a business in interior design and home staging that's focused on soul-connected design. So when I tell you I'm in it everything, I follow the energy. But this moment that we're together, I really just want you to sit and be present and find a way to open just your heart space while also opening your mind. So because I definitely work on this connection between spirit and physical, it's important that we use our intuition, our heart wisdom, also with our instinct, which is our body wisdom, also with our intellect. So we're connecting in so many ways. It isn't just operate with intuition at the expense of all else. We were designed in these physical vessels in this way to use all parts and pieces of ourselves when we're exploring who we are in our physicality and as spiritual beings in our physicality. So use those parts and pieces of yourself. You know, we all talk about our spiritual, emotional, energetic bodies, physical bodies, and it's that same concept. But I talk a lot about intuition. So again, being heart wisdom, and your instincts being your body wisdom, and then your intellect being your physicality wisdom, along with connecting to source, your divine energy, your higher guidance, whatever the term is that feels good to you is good for you. So let's talk about spiritual calling and purpose. And I do have notes because I don't want to miss anything. I don't normally operate from notes, but there's a few key parts I don't want to miss. So one of the biggest parts is I want to give you a definition, because frequently we'll hear the terms calling and wisdom used in tandem, just like that. People will say calling and wisdom, and it sort of seems as though it is interchangeable, right? And that they are the same, maybe even. And I want to share with you that actually isn't true. And I'm realizing that I don't have a way to see comments. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. Hopefully not. If there's comments happening, I'm not seeing them. So I'm going to just keep going. Let me just check here. And maybe, I don't know if there's a way to, Kathryn can type to me if I'm supposed to be seeing something, but, oh, let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, now I'm seeing comments. Hooray. Okay, sorry. For some reason, I had swiped myself the wrong way. So sorry. Because I'm looking at this screen and not that screen. Okay. Anyway, y'all. Let's get on with it. Yes. Okay. Sorry if I've missed. Hi to everybody who said hi. I'm all discombobulated with this format. So anyway, okay. Let's talk about definition. So my definition of calling is what you are here to give to the world, what you're called to do, and who you're called to become. That's my definition of calling. My definition of purpose is why you came, what you're meant to get out of this life, what experiences you came in for, and what understandings you came to gain. Okay? So calling is the what you're here to do. Purpose is the why. It's the part that's really for you, if that makes sense. Let me know if you have questions about that. The reason why it matters, they are connected because, of course, you're experiencing this life right now. So, of course, it's connected. Hey, Victoria. But it does help you if you understand the difference between purpose and calling. It does help you in your decision making, in your discernment, your life, choices you have. And for me, and those of you who are on here that are in my group, which I haven't talked about, but I will, I talk a lot about your unique energetic signature. And so when you are, hey, Joanna, when you are living intentionally and consciously from this place of your calling and also being aware of your purpose, it amplifies your unique energetic signature, which is necessary and required for the planet, for those in the collective, for those within the microcosm of your own collective, and for the planet, for Gaia herself. Our unique energetic signature is needed to anchor into Gaia, to her grid, but also it's needed, I just refer to it as a beacon. Some people might say lighthouse, that give that image, but your unique energetic signature is needed and required. Hey, Richard. Within your own collective, within the larger collective, within the planetary system that we're in, okay? So that's why this is important. Now, I want to bust up a myth, however, about calling, because probably the number one question I get when I'm working with people on this issue is, well, what am I supposed to do? And what they mean by that usually is vocationally. So you might hear people say, well, my calling is to be a doctor or what have you. I will tell you, and this is where I stray a little bit from some other common thoughts around this topic, that your calling is not simply a vocation. It is not simply your life's work. It is not simply your career. You are intended to live your calling in all areas of your life. And that's the difference. That's what I'm here to help you to feel into. And let me give you some examples, because I know sometimes you're like, well, what does that even mean? Let me just give you an example. Let's say at a very high level, I'm going to give just a very basic example to try to help you understand what I mean by that. Let's say your calling is to be a healer. Some might say, okay, well, and I feel led to be a doctor, and that's fine. Here's the thing. We are infinite beings, and we are able and have the free will to execute our calling in whatever way feels right to us. So this is where we're talking about, when I was talking earlier about the intuition being heart wisdom and instinct being body wisdom and intellect, that's where the marriage happens. A huge way that you're going to know that you're tapped into your calling is how it feels in your system. If it feels pleasurable, you'll feel more calm and capable when thinking about something related to it, even if you don't yet have the practical skills to do it. So if you're called to be a healer, let's say, you could be a doctor. You might also choose to be an energy healer. You might choose to be a chiropractor. You might choose to be a social worker. The what is unique to you, and you're invited and gifted the opportunity to explore what that means for you. And in my case, I've explored my calling in a lot of different ways. You're not brought here to do one thing. So that's another myth I really want you to let go of. There is no right answer, not one right track, one path. And if you miss it, you've screwed up. I will say I do have a tendency to cuss. I haven't yet, but if you have small kids, you might want to put earbuds in, because I almost did. So don't hang on to an old societal cultural belief system that there's one thing you're here to do and that's it. And if you don't, you've screwed up. The beautiful part of this experience for us is the opportunity to live it and feel into it. And it may feel different at any moment, at any phase of life. You may be a healer during the time when your children are young and you're healing the path that of your lineage, maybe really dysfunctional patterns of parenting, and you're healing some of that in that moment in that of your journey. And then you move into a different type of career. This is why I'm saying it's not all about vocation. When we are connected to our calling and we are consciously thinking about how we express that in every part of our life, through your finances, through your relationships, yes, through your career, through your friendships, your family, this is what makes you feel, when you use the word aligned. This is what makes your energetic signature absolutely sovereign to you and absolutely amped up so that your community, the collective can feel you in the way that you were intended to be. You're part of it. So if you say, and I also will say, you don't only have one calling. Generally, it's multi-layered, and that's another myth. So it's not a vocation, And it's not just one thing. And I know you're going, oh my God, I can't figure out the one thing, but you will. We'll get there. So your purpose, when we're talking about what you're here for, is simply your awareness. When you come to the awareness of what your purpose is, and I'm going to talk very practically because that's my jam on some tools on how to figure that out. But when you're in an awareness of what experiences you came in for, and I do believe we came for experiences. I prefer to say experiences, not lessons. I don't get into all the negativity around karma and all of that. So when you have an awareness of that, it definitely helps you to have more compassion for your journey. And it definitely lets you live in a greater state of openness and awareness while you're doing it. Yes, Courtney, seeing purpose as a fixed singular thing, or calling, as I think is what you mean, as a fixed thing. It holds a lot of people back. And what people don't realize is you can, once you really get clear about your calling, you can start living it immediately. Even if you want to change vocation, for example, you can step into that awareness of your calling immediately in all the other areas of your life. So if you feel, okay, part of my calling is to be a healer, but maybe you have no background, you've not done any kind of training or whatever. And I'm not saying you have to have that, but we'll just say that for an example. You can start looking at, okay, well, how do I bring that healing energy to my relationships, to my relationship with money, to my family relationships and my ancestral lineage, all of that. You can immediately step into it, and you'll feel the shift in your system when you do. It's not required that you are only expressing it through vocation. If you take anything away from this, that's what I want you to take away. You will also not miss what is for you. And so you may really, at a heart level, say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a surgeon. Well, you're going to have to do some things to get there, right? So don't assume because maybe you're 40 and now you're really tapping in. You're like, I've felt this for so long. I really want to be a surgeon. It won't miss you as long as your awareness allows you to start taking those steps to move into it, right? So what are some practical things we can do? And if you have questions and you're wondering, post on here because I'll talk about it as we go. So I'm going to give you some practical things. You can write these down or you can just sit with it and feel into it. The first thing I would suggest, and what I always suggest to my clients, is to look at your life through a lens of common themes. So if you've had recurring themes in your life, let's say you have some themes around money or feast or famine or being abandoned in relationships, start looking at your life through those themes. See if you can identify some of the themes that you've played out over and over and over. Okay? And I'll tell you why in a second. Probably the biggest thing I will say would be also find daily spiritual practices. And I know this is practical. It's not, this is the thing. This is something I had to make peace with about my calling in the world, is bringing in the spiritual and making it practical. It's not sexy. Like, it's a lot sexier to be all up in the woo-woo. Trust me, when I see people speak, I see Richard with the light language, all that. I'm like, how come I didn't get that? That's way cooler, right? It's sexier and cooler. But the fact is, we need him and we need me, and all of us have a different piece of this to play. So I get that it doesn't, you might rather sit and think about, well, how can I start speaking light language? I'm going to say, let's start here. Let's start with, how can I connect more on a daily basis with my spiritual practice? Richard, I knew you were still on here. That's why I used you for an example. Next time around, I'm going to do the light language. So part of what happens is many of us are just bypassing our daily spiritual practices, and we're wondering why we feel so disconnected. So find the things that resonate for you that you will actually do. And part of what's happening on the planet right now, and I know we've talked it to death, is that we're being given the opportunity to stop our busyness and tune in. And so if you're a meditator, meditate. If you're a dancer, dance. If you want to go into nature and take a walk, take a walk. There are no rules. And what is the perfect, beautiful spiritual practice for you is the perfect, beautiful spiritual practice for you. The part that you play is in your intentionality and your discipline. Something else that's not sexy to talk about in spirituality, but as humans, also, we need the discipline because it's going to allow, until now, for some of us, like, we can connect without having to have a lot of rigmarole. Like, I don't have to do a big ceremony. I don't have to close my eyes and light candles and do all the hoo-ha. I love the hoo-ha because there's a part of me that really resonates with the ritual of it. But I would say, I don't need it, right? My connection is such, and I've developed it to a level where I don't need to do all of those things. But if you're just exploring, or you're really kind of just starting to wonder about all of this, the discipline of your daily spiritual practice is going to make a big difference. Oh, yeah, Richard, how he's asking how the global reset coronavirus has changed my vision. It's absolutely opening up, for me, even more ways that I feel that I'm being called to serve, and maybe returning to some ways to deal in the physical more with clients and in the world, bringing spirituality in. So example, when I do my design practice and it's soul driven, it's helping people connect at a soul level to energy that they're wanting to create an experience, the feeling they're wanting to create. Most of those people, though, don't operate in the woo-woo world. And so I am helping them make that connection and feel into their body and feel into their emotions, even though they would never do that normally. So it's opening up my eyes to the ways that we all are going to need to play, because we're going to have a planet full of people who are walking away feeling a little stunned. On the other side of this, while there'll be gratitude that we're out of it, people are going to feel stunned. And so many of us are going to need to come in a way that makes our work and ourselves and spirituality accessible to a whole group of people that we may not be used to interacting with at all. I would say that when I was spiritually coaching, for example, I was dealing with women who were a little further on their journey, and it's not a judgment, it's just an observation. And so I was able to operate at a very high level. I often said, there are people that are serving sort of the newbies to spirituality, and that wasn't me. And I'm not judging it, and that was perfect at that moment. Now I understand that most of us are going to have to find a way to be accessible to anybody as they come across us. So that's how my shift has happened. But anyway, back to if you're just beginning, or you're really trying to prioritize your spiritual path, then the discipline of your daily spiritual practice is going to be key. Do the things that help you connect. You don't need to make you don't have to meditate for an hour. If you meditate for 3 minutes, you're, that's amazing. If you're in nature, one of the other beautiful things that Gaia has done with this is brought people back to nature. I mean, I can't get over the people I see in their yards or taking a walk. So getting us back to nature, like, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing, right? When you mostly saw people in their cars. Now we see people out for a walk. Of course, it's absolutely perfect. I'm not saying that it's not terribly painful and that there aren't people suffering. I'm not saying that, but I am saying from a more global perspective that everyone else that's not maybe directly affected is being gifted an opportunity to really reset how you live and what's important to you. The next thing I would say is spend some time asking yourself questions about things that are important to you. What do you care about? What causes really sort of tug at your heart? What things do you find that you're constantly interested in? And this, again, from a practical perspective, let's just pretend we use Instagram for an example. What kinds of images really speak to you? Like if you see travel images and they really just, you're like, I've got 6 kids and a mortgage and whatever, but all I dream about is travel, pay attention to that. If you are obsessed with holistic health, pay attention to that. So there's little breadcrumbs, there's little nuggets that your soul has dropped along the way to help you to uncover this for yourself. So pay attention and don't dismiss anything. So if you've always been reading about psychology, pay attention to that. So just track back. Many of us, because we've been so busy, sort of have divorced ourselves from that wisdom and knowledge. Now, again, is the opportunity to go, okay, let me tune back in. What do I like? What do I care about? What's important to me? What's meaningful to me? What places do I put my energy and attention? That's going to tell you a big part of your story. Another exercise is, what do people say about you? When you are at work or your family or whomever, what are things that you've frequently heard, maybe your whole life, but maybe just now as you're more of an adult? What kinds of things? Like I always, people around me, my family and my husband's we're always laugh because total strangers will come up and like within minutes have like told me things that they haven't told anybody ever, like their deepest, darkest secrets. It's like become a joke. The airport is always a joke because inevitably I sit by somebody and I learn like the deepest, darkest secret. And then what comes out is, oh my God, I've never told anybody that. So that is something that ding, ding, ding. As I was looking for clues, that was something that I always was noticing. Something else that always came up for me was when I'm talking to people or I'm working with clients, especially, I never thought of it that way. I'm able to I see, part of my intuitive gifts is to see beneath the words. I see beneath what people say. I see beneath what's happening. I see beneath their habits. I see beneath their behaviors, all of that. So you can say anything to me and I still see the truth beneath it. And Courtney has been one of my clients. She can tell you, I never give the answer, very rarely. And often, a client will say, well, just tell me. And I don't, because part of what I'm here for is to help you to find your own way to your own truth, whatever that is. So, but that is another thing that I was always hearing. So, oh my God, I've never told anybody this. And oh my God, I never thought of it that way. And also that I make spiritual, people would talk about spirituality and say, oh, you make it just so real, so practical. So those were clues to me of what I was here for and how I could live my calling. And you could see, though, if I said to you, just very simply, part of my calling is to make the spiritual practical into the physical. Can you feel how I could do that in any number of ways? It doesn't have to be a certain way. It doesn't have to be a certain vocation. Even in my family, that I can make that true. My husband is my own spiritual project, my own lessons. However, I am married to a very staunch Republican. And all that comes with that. And we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So you can imagine, as a very awake person, being with somebody who has definitely drunk the Kool-Aid means that I have a real opportunity, not only for myself and my own awareness and being able to stay in my own truth and not be responsible for someone else's journey. However, my energy and me being able to be in my unique energetic signature without having to beat him over the head with, oh my gosh, how can you not see this? Has allowed him to shift in the perfect way and the perfect time for him. Can you feel that? I don't have to force anything. And I can be okay with, I personally may not be okay with, but I can accept and love who he is and his own journey. I don't have to change it. It's a huge, huge myth that we must be with like-minded people. And it's a way that a lot of us bypassed. A lot of divorces and breakups happened because people are like, oh, I only want to be with someone who totally understands and resonates with me and my journey. And we both meditate and we both do energy and blah, 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 blah. Well, wouldn't that be lovely? But guess what? They're still going to have the same healing and the same physical healing to do. So that's a sidetrack. However, so the next thing I would suggest is, Sarah, it's and it's really a beautiful thing. Give my husband as an example. Even as, and he is shifting his perspective and having an awareness much more through me just being present with myself and my beliefs. And it's not like I sit quiet. I speak what I believe to be truth or what I notice, but not I'm not beating him up with it, right? That's not my job. However, he also is the guy that will ask, something's happening at the office. Is there one of those crystals in there that I should take and put in my pocket? Like there's, he's just like taking baby steps. Or my 5-year-old will come in after school and say, can you sage me? Or he'll look and he'll say, actually, today I need Palo Santo. Like I've given him tools for a spiritual journey in a very practical way. And we don't sit and do like a big old ritual around it. He walks in, he picks what he wants. We light it up. We clear his energy. Done. Like he's finding ways. So my calling as bringing something spiritual into the physical is able to be used in all kinds of ways. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah, I know. Cindy, I will be honest, it took me a long time. And I I almost divorced him because I was falling under the belief at the time. And not to say that our relationship, I don't believe relationships are all intended to be forever. But right now, we still have something together that makes sense. But if that was ever not true, then we'll release it with love, right? However, at the time I was under the impression, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that I needed a partner who was in the same spot I was and who was interested in all the same things I was, or who was exploring in the same thing I was. Holy shitballs, would I have missed some beautiful healing that was able to come as a result if I had just been like, all right, no, you're not spiritual, I'm out. I really would have missed a lot for myself. And you guys, I'm sorry about the readers, but I can't see my notes without them. So anyway, so listen to what people say about you, tuning into what you're interested in. Also, what jobs are you interested in? If you fantasize about jobs, or you see people and you're like, oh, I wish and sometimes you'll say something like, oh, I wish I would have gone to school for that, or whatever. What are those things? Or if you see somebody again online, you're like, oh, that looks amazing. I wish I was doing that. Or, public speak. I'm a person who I love public speaking. And I see those, people up on a stage and huge groups of people, it really jazzes me up. And so that's something I pay attention to. So if there are the jobs, vocations, types of work that, and maybe it's not what would be typical, that's interesting, just pay attention to it. And especially if you do the whole, oh my God, how would I ever make money at that? Really pay attention to that. Okay. Because again, it's not just about the vocation. However, you might find a shift. And also, we are absolutely supported. So back to what I was saying earlier about there isn't just one path. There's not one right way of doing it. There's not one right choice. Let's just let go of that, okay? You're not going to screw something up like, oh God, if I don't make the right choice, my whole life is ruined. No, that's not how it works. So if you make a choice, let's just say, let's look at the good old fork in the road, and you make a choice, no matter what, it's going to be supported. Now, that support from the divine may come in the form of discomfort to help you to shift back to something which was more closely aligned to getting you to where you're intended. But it's always support. It's never a negative. It's never a punishment. It's never, your guides are not sitting there going, oh God, she screwed it up. She made the wrong choice. What are we going to do? Trust me, the divine can get it figured out. And so you're always going to be supported. It's always with love. And I view my team as often over the years gone, really? Oh, you're going to do it? You're going to do it? Ah, fine. We'll help. So I had to stop looking at it as a punishment. If I was uncomfortable, there was a damn good reason. It was either there was something there for me to excavate, to peel apart the layers, to heal, integrate, release, or I was being made super uncomfortable to shift. And my team knows if I don't get a 2x4 up the back of the head, I'm probably not going to shift. So I get a lot of 2x4s to the back of the head. That's just how we roll. And at some point, you think I would get that figured out. That's just how it is for me. So if you can view your discomfort as not a punishment or not I screwed it up and made the wrong choice, but as loving support to help you to redirect, that feels really different, doesn't it? Now I can almost laugh about it. And the people that know me, Kathryn and I are close. Many people on here know me frequently. For me, it comes with a screaming, stomping temper tantrum that takes me about 24 hours, and then I'm on the other side of it. I'm mad at the universe. I'm mad at the divine. Screw you. And this whole thing. And I have a temper tantrum, and then I'm on the other side of it. And that has been a huge gift to me to give to the people that I work with, because I get it. Like, I've been it. I've lived in it. I'm not traditionally woo-woo. I mean, I would not, I am kind of the everyday girl having a really incredible spiritual journey. And so the way I chose to come in all of this is absolutely perfect, and especially perfect for the people that I'm meant to be with and to serve. And that's what I'm here for. And I got, I'm like in full on goosebumps right now. I was laughing the other day. I was in my group, which for those of you, I'll post it in here, but the name of my group is Bold Awakened Woman. And I was doing some readings, and I said, just for fun, let's watch and see what happened. I got a pendulum out, and it was like, it was like, it was blowing the roof off. And so again, when I'm talking about bringing the spirituality into the physical, I am able to help people relate to, it's not a certain way. We all look different and the way our life experiences, but there's some commonalities when we bring it down in that matter. That discipline matters of your spiritual practice, that paying attention to those cues matters, right? So I wanted to say something else about that. Let me just think for a second if I missed it. So if you have, oh, Lori, you're so welcome. If anybody has questions about this, let me know. I definitely want to, so I mentioned I do a lot with Oracle. And again, it's not because I don't use Oracle in the way that a lot of people do. I don't use it. I'm not telling you anything. I connect with, I'm able to see people's spirit teams and connect, obviously with permission, to help them to receive a message that maybe they're having a hard time getting on their own. And I use the cards simply as a way, as a tool for people to connect with the divine. It's just a tool, and one that you can use as well. I'm like up for anything that helps you connect. I'm down with. But typically I don't use the book. Sometimes I'll use a book for myself. I'm my own worst client, and as Kathryn can attest. And so I don't usually use the book for clients because I don't need it. But today, right before we came on, I was like, I wonder if there is something for me as I'm getting ready to share with this group. And so I used the Earth Warriors Oracle, which is Alana Fairchild. It's a gorgeous deck. It's very symbolic. And the card that I received today for us here together was this. Boop. You get it over here, there. And this is, if I read it to you, is all about what we're talking about. And the criticalness of us all figuring this out for ourselves, what exactly we are here to experience and what exactly we're here to bring forward. When you do this, not only, as I said earlier, is it amping up your own energy and allowing you to serve as a conduit, to serve as a beacon, your life will also feel so much more anchored, more sure, more peaceful. It will allow you, even if you do like I do, which is have a freak out, to ride those waves, like what's happening now on the planet. Oh my God, with the collective fear and anxiety that's happening. When you are really consciously living from a space of awareness of your calling and purpose, it allows you to ride those waves with a level of awareness that keeps you from falling down the pit of despair and staying there. So it's from how it feels in your life. Not only are you going to feel more present and that you are serving in a way that's meaningful to you, you won't feel lost. It really is a tool to help allow you to be more curious. So when things happen for me, I can go, oh man, this does not feel good. But I can process all of that in a really conscious and aware way because my energy is already in that space. Does that make sense? So it helps. It truly helps. And more than just what your work is, it helps in how you're living here on this planet because you did choose this. This is not an accident. We desired to come in. We desired the pleasure of the body. We desired the pleasure of our nature, of all of the things. We wanted to experience all of this. And that feels more true when you are aligned and connected with that wisdom, with that knowing, with that higher knowledge of what the hell you're here for. Isn't that the question everybody asks? It's the reason why when people haven't connected to it, that life often feels a struggle. And you hear about people on their deathbed saying, was that it? That feel a lot of regret. If you are living from conscious awareness of your calling and purpose, you will not feel regret. You'll know and understand that every choice you made was guided by that knowledge, by that knowing, by that peace, by that well-being, right? So that's a very different way to live, isn't it? It feels better in your system. I'm all about how it feels in your system. Like, weigh it in your body, weigh it in your system, weigh it in. How do you feel? If your spidey sense is saying, you know, there's got to be more to life than this, you haven't yet tapped into it for yourself. But now is the perfect time. We've been gifted the perfect time to do this inner exploration, right? So I want to do, I got to see what time it is. I got a few minutes. I want to read a prayer for you, so that you can just let the energy of what I've said sit and settle. And then I will introduce my soul sister who's coming on here afterwards. So just take a couple deep breaths as you're tuning into your intuitive heart wisdom. Intend to tune into your instinct, your body wisdom, and intend to connect with your higher wisdom. Throw the intellect in there for good measure. So let's just take a couple deep breaths and pull. I'm all about, like, let's get her done. You all know the drill. Connect to that source energy. Bring it in and connect it into your body's own energetic signature. Send it down into Gaia through all layers of her beautiful being. Connecting with her, the core, just pull it right back up in. Bring it right up into your body. And isn't it a beautiful image of our source energy, our own energy, and Gaia's energy married and united in our body? So taking some deep breaths while you connect in with that energy, allow the frequency of these words to settle within you. I invite the unconditional love of the Sacred Mother to heal my mind, body, and soul. I open to your true guidance, to the vision of beauty that you hold for me in this lifetime, and all the resources that you give so generously that I may fulfill my being and my destiny. May your inner truth calm my mind and bring divine knowledge to my heart. I trust in the truth of what your perfect will holds in store for me. I need no fear. I embrace your loving presence within my heart. And if you feel that you want to speak the words, let's say, I trust in the truth of what your perfect will holds in store for me. I need no fear. I embrace your loving presence within my heart. And let the frequency of those words, the truth of them, the wisdom of them, settle into your system. When you're ready to open your eyes, you can do that. So for those of you who may be interested, Richard, sorry, you're uninvited. My group on Facebook is Bold Awakened Woman. In there, I do quite a few lives. I work with energy a lot. I do guided meditations in there a lot so that you can work with your own energy, connect with your higher guidance and with your teams. I do oracle readings in there. And again, as my role to help you to return to self, to return to your own inner wisdom, to return to your sovereign energetic signature. Everything I do is to bring you back to yourself. And so it's a powerful place. We have beautiful community that is highly supportive, very engaged, very involved. It's probably a little more woo-woo than what you saw today, but still highly practical. I want you to find the ways to be in this physicality, in this experience that you've chosen, in the most beautiful, powerful, sovereign way. So that's what we do there. I'm also on Instagram. Actually, my Instagram is Becky Schoonover Consulting. And that's just sort of an inspiration page. The meat is on Facebook, Bold Awakened Woman. So I invite you there. I will also post in the group. I will have a special just for this group way to work with me. And I'll post that in a little while. If you're interested in diving in, if you're like, oh, I have no idea. And I just can't get there. This would be the perfect time because you've been gifted this gorgeous pause and this interesting dichotomy of tragedy and potential. So I would invite you, if you feel that you want to go deeper, you can use this special offer that I'll post in the group to reach out to me. And I would love to have you in my group also. And I have a lot of resources there. I've been open for 5 years. There's a ton of resources, a ton of meditations, a ton of information about energy. And I work a lot with goddesses. If that's something that resonates for you, there's just a lot there. So I invite you. Now, I think it's time. I am going to invite in my soul sister, Johanna Gardner. She is going to talk about, I don't remember the exact name of her, and now I'm failing my test of what exactly, launching a soul-based business, I believe is going to be her focus. I personally have worked with Johanna. She is a mentor of mine and is one of the women that really helped me connect into my own purpose and calling and my own work. And she's just a gorgeous soul, incredibly talented, has an amazing story. And I know you're going to love what she has to say if you're interested in creating a business around your purpose and calling. Isn't this the perfect segue? And we did not plan it, that we were coming on like this. So I'm excited for you to hear her. And I thank you for spending time with me. And thank you, Kathryn.
Yes. Thank you, Becky. That was so wonderful. And I'm going to sing your praises here for a second. So just sit and take it. Okay.
I'll try.
One of the things, I love many things about Becky, but one of the things that I really love about her is her ability to be such a truth teller and to take what we do in the ethereal and bring it in such a grounded and informed way. And it's definitely one of the things that I think has made us bond. I mean, we've known each other for a few years now, and it's one of the things we really enjoy about each other is we both kind of do that in our own way. And I love that about Becky. And I'm so glad that when she said she wanted to participate in this event, that it's like, I know what she's bringing to the table. I love it. We need that. And so it's really been wonderful to have you speak. And and did you promote your group in here?
I did.
Well?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Woman, I did. And I told them I would also post a special just for this group.
Perfect. Oh, that's wonderful. How wonderful. Thank you. Thank you again, my love. Thanks for being here and being a part of bringing so much light to this event. We really appreciate you.
Yes.
Love you,
and
dear.
I did introduce Johanna.
Yes.
I call her Yodana, as in Yoda and Johanna. That's my nickname for her is Yodana.
Uh-oh, that's going to stick. That's going to stick for me.
I'm going to get her a t-shirt.
Love it.
Okay.
Bye, Becky. Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Thank you.
So we are going to take a brief intermission here before I bring in Johanna, because I've found that if I break up these live streams and do them in 2 parts, we have less of an opportunity for Facebook to shut us down. So we're going to stop the live stream for just a sec, and then we're going to pick up again with Yodana, as Becky calls her. She's going to start us off at the start of part 2 in just a couple seconds. So don't go away. Keep watching this space. We will be right back. Okay, guys? See you in a minute.